Yo, what is up, everybody? I am your host of the Geeks Forever podcast, Jesse Goko, so known as Rey de Mexico, and today it is April 2nd, 2021. There is an official spoiler alert warning going into effect for today's episode. If you haven't already seen the Justice League Snyder Cut, you've had 2 weeks, but with that being said, we are going to give you a heads up. There is going to be a spoiler warning for today's episode because we're going to do a review of the Justice League Snyder Cut, and it's going to be completely dissected with all the spoilers, all the secrets, everything that would happen. Also, we're going to briefly be talking about Kong versus Godzilla. That one will be spoiler free. We're going to do that one first, though. We're going to talk about Godzilla versus Kong first, and then we're going to talk about Justice League second. So if you want to stay for our Kong versus Godzilla review, we're going to go ahead and do that. Always joining me is the man with the plan, the people's champ, Jace.
I'm Jace, man.
Also,
boy, that would look so out of context.
that was pretty awful, actually.
Like,
Next is the host with the most. Next is the host with the most. The Ayatollah of rock and roller. The next big thing, Sonic.
Hi.
Next is the one, the only, the man, SJ.
There you go.
It's a
That was
Becky
good.
Lynch reference.
Yeah, there you go. The man.
She calls herself the man because.
Oh, okay.
Okay, nobody. So I forgot you don't watch wrestling.
I got it.
I'm also,
Yeah, I got it too.
I'm also
She's
like
Irish.
not a fan of Becky Lynch, so
Really? Okay.
But she's Irish.
I mean, not
I mean,
everyone
that's great.
everyone has different taste. Some people have different opinions. Some people are just plain wrong. I mean, we're just
whatever.
gonna leave it at
I'm
that.
sure she's a fine person. I'm an AJ Lee fan. Sorry.
Ugh.
Oof.
Ugh.
Oof.
I'm sorry. She's just overrated as fuck.
She's fucking crazy.
Overrated as shit, dog. I'm
Here
sorry.
That's why I love her.
Shit.
We dissect the Snyder
That's why I
Cut
love her.
and make fun of people's takes.
That's right. So just for today, what's up, Pachinko?
She can't be the man. She's the lady.
It's
That's true.
because the top performer in WWE has always been the man. Like it was Hulk Hogan, Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, John Cena, Roman Reigns, but then for a while it became Becky Lynch. For the first time in like the history of professional wrestling. Like
All right, fine. I'll give her a chance. I'll give her a chance.
But you know why she became popular? Though? Because one of the other wrestlers, Nia Jax, who's like The Rock's cousin, she punched her for real and broke her nose.
Let me correct you there for a sec. Okay, it kind of the plants were seeded. There was a match and she turned heel, but the crowd actually cheered when she turned heel. And then that pretty much sealed the deal for that.
Yeah, what threw her? Yeah, she was already getting popular. She was already like getting, but what really threw it over the edge was when she got punched in the face and it broke her nose.
And sadly, she doesn't remember that. She got a concussion from that.
Right, but she was like taking that
Sounds
shit like
about
a
right.
champ.
Didn't she wander out into the? She was in the audience after.
She was in the audience because it was part of a invasion thing leading up to Survivor Series.
This concussion, wandering around, getting lost. Like, I'm going to go to the bathroom, guys.
Yeah,
like that's what happens. Like the adrenaline kicks in. Like you don't feel anything.
Yeah, there's some wrestlers
Yeah.
after they got a concussion, they're like, I don't even remember leaving the ring or.
I won.
Yeah, I don't
Ooh.
remember that night.
But I mean, like that's this generation of wrestling. Like I did for a stint watch when we were all younger. So my favorite back then was like Chyna and Lita.
The Attitude Era.
Yeah, unfortunately though, the
That
Attitude
unfortunately don't age
Era,
well.
the Attitude Era didn't age well, especially with the longevity of wrestlers.
And also,
Prime example would be. Go ahead, Sonic. Go ahead.
also because most people don't know, here in the U.S., the network is shutting down. Instead, you'll have to get Peacock, and Peacock is removing a lot of content. They're editing a lot of stuff, including a lot of Attitude Era ones, to the point now people are making jokes about it. It's like, oh, wait till they meet New Jack, or wait till they know ECW. They're gonna that intern's gonna be fucking be drinking all night just to
Yeah, this 20-minute match turned into a 2-minute like entrance.
This 1 hour TV show turned into just the opening video.
That's it. Yeah.
The warning,
Yeah.
the warning credit of saying "Don't try this at home," and then it just.
I
cuts to
think
the next episode.
they're gonna like get rid of WWE after. I give them a year.
Yeah, because I don't know, because apparently there's a little situation too where there's like a good news source too. They're saying Peacock wants to remove all mentions or footages of Hulk Hogan, and apparently WWE's the legal team's furious about that. So they're in a war about that. I'm like, you know what? I kind of agree with them on that actually.
Raw is
Yeah,
war.
because I watched the Hulk Hogan video on YouTube and he said some awful things.
Yeah,
Not gonna lie.
I mean, I don't blame Peacock, which is owned by NBC. And like, I would, if I was NBC,
I would have fired fucking Hulk Hogan just for being fucking old.
Hulk, I need you to bend over and touch your knees. Nah,
Can't do that,
brother. Can't do it, brother.
Brother Jack, dude. Okay, so let's carry on.
Hulk Hogan looks like he can't even wipe his own ass.
It's got sticks.
Hey there, brother. Why don't you come over here and help out a brother? Remember to use the thumb.
Dude.
Oh, God.
Anyways, we're talking about Kong versus... All right, Sonic, do we have a skinny today or what's going on?
Yeah, just a quick one. Actually, breaking news. While we were setting up this podcast today, for convention goers in Texas, specifically in San Antonio, San Japan is a well-known con. We mentioned on Wednesday that they were going to make an announcement today, and today's announcement is they will be hosting San Japan this year. It'll be happening Labor Day weekend, September 3rd to the 5th of 2021. They actually gave small details, but they haven't really fully told everything. The big takeaway was they will be releasing passes at the end of the month, but only limit to 10,000 passes.
Get them
so
quick.
So basically they say once they're on sale, get them quick. If you wait and they're sold out, they're gone. Once they're gone, they're gone. They're not there. They explained, they talked to the community, they talked to, officials. They said, this is fine. You could do capacities. This is actually the first in many this is like the first time I've seen a con do this, like capacity. You know what I mean? So it's going to be pretty exciting on that.
Yeah.
Looking at
you can see the little banner.
Yeah, it's 12. It's
not in December.
The reason
it is not in December, guys.
I thought when I first saw that, I was like, it's in fucking December.
Woo. Trick of the mind.
Yeah. The reason it's called 12.5, they explained it. It's because since they have a limit of attendees, it's not a full-on convention. So
I thought they were going with the 12.5 because the first one was called 1.5.
Yeah, probably that too.
They don't even know anymore. It's not even the fucking original team that.
Yeah, because
working on the con anymore.
Yeah, because the president last year said something stupid and all that shit, and he quit.
My dad and Bailey's birthdays.
You should treat them and take them to a convention.
That's right.
And then abandon them and go do your own.
You can go. You can go to the con and abandon them and walk around and spend $300 and come back with con cred.
Why would I abandon Bailey?
Well, let's be honest. She's going to leave you.
You're going to get annoyed after an hour.
She's going to get distracted by like a bright colored Pokemon or a rainbow dash. Like, go there.
You're gonna be walking with her, and next thing you know, there's a transforming Coke machine, and you're like, "Ooh!"
You're both going to go different directions.
And then she's gonna see like a poorly created Pokemon Eevee like plush doll or statue that somebody's selling for like $5,000. She's like, "I want it. Take out a second mortgage."
I'm
No
gonna
way.
negotiate.
No way. She's going to be in my backpack. I'm going to get one of those little cat backpacks so she can see everything.
We're talking about
your sister.
Yeah,
those are your sister.
My sister's name is not Bailey. You guys know that's my cat's name. We call her Sour. We call my sister Sour Patch. Get with it.
Yeah.
Every
Also
time you
Sour
say
Patch.
Bailey, I think of your sister.
No, it's the cat. I have shown you, and I have said, "Here, look at my baby Bailey."
I'm not a big fan of cats, so I just.
I don't care.
That's our bad.
Yeah, we thought you were talking about your sister.
I know. I realized that after like a minute. I was like, "What? Why would I abandon?" Oh,
maybe your
Still
cat
just
really loves Pokemon and will just go a different direction.
we'll see. She also might.
If I were that cat and you took me to an anime con, I'd abandon you.
I'd fucking leave. And
Find a new owner.
Damn.
Get one of those backpacks with the window.
Yeah, that's why I want
And she starts meowing at you. In
She will.
translation, it's
She
like
probably
I can hear mouth breathers.
It smells terrible here. Let's go
Girl.
home.
Anyways,
Probably.
so we're talking about Kong versus Godzilla. By the way,
52
for those of
movies we're
you that did not get Super Mario, the video games that they were taking off the Nintendo Digital Store Wednesday, they still do have them physically at the store.
Yeah. I just came back from Target and Walmart. Target had they still had a couple of the Game & Watch Mario editions, And the Walmart I went to, their 3D All-Star stock is full. So you don't have to, because people kind of assume, oh, once it's past the 31st, they're going to take them all away. No, they're just not going to restock
Manufacture
them
them anymore.
Yeah, so once they're done, it's done. So if you got a chance.
Right, no.
Meanwhile, there's some dumbasses on eBay who are selling them for $25,000.
All it takes is
Do you
one
think I
idiot
could get
to buy
away
it.
with that?
Nah, they'll probably just laugh at you, and you'll probably get roasted, and they'll probably dox you for that too.
Do you think I can get away with that in 5 years from now?
Nah, probably like for 25,000. No, probably like $500.
Why
Maybe.
are y'all talking about SJ's ding dong?
It's a private chat for a reason, Goku. Don't bring it up in the podcast.
Yeah, goddamn.
I was wondering what she was eating. It's like it looks like either a moon pie or a ding dong, which
Hamburger.
but apparently it's a hamburger that she has no.
As
Oh,
it's still
no
Passover,
carbs.
I can't. Yeah, I'm on a forced low carb diet this week.
So you
Yeah.
can't have any kind of bread?
Pretty
Yeah,
much
all we
low
can have
carbs,
is
so no
basically
carbs.
saltine crackers without the saltine. That's how I describe matzah.
Jeez, fucking Christ! I'm so glad I wasn't fucking born Jewish.
It's fine. Like, don't knock it till you try it. Whenever all this bullshit ends up goes away, again, y'all are cooking for dinner because I just cook a whole lot, and I've just been lazy the last couple of days.
Just to interrupt you, just for a quick second, you do realize
As
that,
always.
like, Jesus fucking Christ!
As
Actually,
is
it's the other way
tradition.
around.
No, you both
Bullshit.
interrupt each other.
Because whenever y'all talk, I don't talk until you've been quiet for like at least a second.
Mhm.
But sometimes
called
you guys are
breathing,
like the
Goku.
other, you guys are like that other YouTube channel where y'all will talk and then pull a fucking George Bush where y'all stare at the camera
Like Mike Wazowski with that fucking meme.
and then talk again. It's another YouTuber that does that. I'm not gonna say his, I'm not gonna say who it is.
Oh yeah, I was good.
I called him out on
What was-
Monday, but I took down the video.
So what was the point?
He was making
Oh,
fun of
right.
us.
So part of our culture is breaking the rules.
Oh yeah, and I love carbs. There's no way I would be able to get past that.
Yeah, so like you got to remember that a lot of us have Eddie Guerrero as like a role model,
Yeah,
and then his
Just white.
and
Oh,
his
yeah, they
entire
were,
motto was lying, cheating, and stealing.
Mhm.
yeah. Why do you think the Astros get booed all the time? Because we lie, we cheat, we steal.
That's right.
Why you love them?
Damn.
Yeah, that's why we like them.
All right, so we are talking. We need to get the Kong Godzilla review out of the way. For those
Make it
of you
the
that don't
Kong.
know, because I like Kong more than I like Godzilla. For those of you that don't know, Godzilla versus King Kong came out in Godzilla versus Kong came out in theaters and HBO Max on March 31st. It actually came out at
On
2 in the
Wednesday.
morning.
Yes.
It came out at 2 in the morning Wednesday. And movie theaters, it came out. I think some theaters had midnight releases or even early releases.
Yeah, they probably had early releases because they don't do midnight showings anymore. Because after
Oh,
the shooting in Colorado, they don't do that anymore.
Right.
They just do it earlier.
Yeah, they just do them
Yeah.
early at like 6
Well,
o'clock.
they
7
were
o'clock.
already doing that before the pandemic. Like you can go in at like
No, we're
7
not
or
talking
8.
about
That's
the
what we're
pandemic.
saying.
We're saying the shooting that happened in Colorado.
Colorado.
The
Right,
Dark
right,
Knight
no.
Rises.
Right. But they-
2012 or so.
Okay.
Yeah,
You're talking about that. That's okay.
Yeah, that's why I was
That
saying they
one,
don't do
there's-
as
Well, no.
quite a few to
Some
think about.
Avengers they did like 3 in the morning showings.
That's not.
Yeah, but, like,
midnight.
Yeah, well, they did them at they don't do them like starting at midnight. They do them like before.
12:01.
No, no.
12:01.
Like
Let
7
me
o'clock.
explain. Yeah, like 7 o'clock, for example. That's pretty much what I was saying.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
'cause in Avengers they did a whole marathon. I think they did the same thing for the Star Wars films too.
Yeah,
they did a
they
whole
did.
marathon, and
Mm-hmm.
they were like, "You're in the theater for basically 24 hours," and I wanted
that.
to do it, but
I couldn't
like,
do it. I couldn't do
I
it
mean-
either.
Why would I wait 24 hours in a theater for a B-rate movie?
because you're watching all the other movies before that.
You're gonna sit there
Because
with a
out
bunch
all
of
the
fucking
Star Wars,
people.
there's like 2 good ones.
It's not sitting my ass down in a chair watching a shitload of movies for 24 hours that
Mhm.
bothers me. It's sitting in the same room
Mhm.
With the
as
same
100
people.
other fucking people who I
Yeah.
know haven't fucking showered in 24 hours.
No, that one
So,
guy there
I mean-
hasn't gotten up to
I
pee
mean,
yet. I'm concerned.
there is that. Well, they have the way I saw it back when they were doing the things, they had actual breaks not built in between the movies and
Like
stuff.
intermissions
Yeah,
and all
but they
that,
were like
yeah.
30-minute
Yeah.
breaks, not 2-hour breaks. All right, go home, shower and shit, and then come back.
I mean, True.
Because I'm telling you right now, I ain't fucking going number 2 in a movie theater bathroom. No. No.
So
Anyways,
they released the movie on a Wednesday.
Yeah, it's kind of rare they release a movie
Yeah.
on a Wednesday. The only time I've ever seen a movie get released on a Wednesday is usually during Thanksgiving or something like that.
well, it was
Yeah.
already a delay released.
Yeah.
It was originally going to come out like the week or 2 weeks prior to that. It was going to come out in the middle of the month, but they delayed it to the end of the month. The rumor was they were going to delay it till April, but they're like, no, we're going to just do it to the end of the month. Got to get them extra special effects done. You know, got to make Kong look more like Kong and less like
Mhm.
King Kong.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know. But the movie did come out Wednesday. I saw it twice. I've seen it twice already. The first time I saw it, I was eating at Denny's because I wanted pancakes.
Yeah, that's a movie.
And I missed some of it.
Yeah, you want to know a good place to get pancakes? First to Watch. That's a good has a big ass
Mhm.
pancake.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
You'll
But
get
Denny's
full
is
with
nearby
one.
and cheap.
They're fancy too.
Some carbs.
It's like
We're getting sushi to break Passover, so I'm good. Don't worry, guys. You guys can talk about your bread all you want.
The only carb in there is the.
You
rice.
say that like that's all we fucking talk about. Hey man, did you have another slice of bread today?
Everyone always asks, like, well, no, everyone always asks, like, oh, you're deprived on Passover. It's like, nah, I can still eat like burgers. It's just not the same way that you eat
just the way you said that.
regular burgers. I can still eat, like, I'm making fried chicken. I've got salmon I'm gonna make tomorrow. I can eat, guys. Like, don't worry about it.
We never said you couldn't. We didn't even make a big deal out of
I'm
it.
not talking about you specifically. I'm saying people in general. Every time I explain this holiday, it's like, yeah, I'm on a low carb diet, and it's like, why? And it's like, it's just a holiday. I like the food now. Like, don't worry about it. It's okay. I'm not.
I think you're kind of just used to people going like why instead of so.
I heard a low carb diet. I was like, okay.
I'll give you an example.
So
I'm sure she's okay. I'm sure she's okay with me saying this. My girlfriend doesn't like cheese, so she doesn't like pizza like in the most common way. And then when she tells people about this, they're like, "What?" And they would be like,
Yeah.
"So that's not really a pizza," and then all that stuff. So like she doesn't get it with cheese. So I don't know if you would debate it. Is that really a pizza or not?
are you allowed to eat tortillas?
No, it's carbs. Tortilla has like 17 carbs.
It's frisbee bread.
So the thing is supposed to eat leavened bread. That's when it actually rises. So that's a good question.
Because you got corn tortillas.
Mm-hmm. And flour.
Well, technically we can't eat corn either. Certain Jews can't eat other certain things. Like, so we're European Jews, so we're not allowed to have like beans, chickpeas, rice. I think corn's one of them. And a couple other things on top of not eating regular bread. But
Man,
I think
fuck that.
But I think it's only for a week. Calm down. But I think the Middle East Jews can. But they also, for whatever reason, don't mix milk and chicken. Whereas I'm like, I understand the whole not mixing milk and meat. But chickens don't give milk. I don't understand that.
What the fuck? Anyways, the reason why I say fuck that is because in Mexico, a lot of people, tortillas are the silverware.
No, I got that. I mean, matzah's the same way, and for some dishes.
You can only like scoop it. And
it's just not as flexible.
You scoop the whole fucking thing, and then you eat it. Like some people will not fucking eat their food unless they have tortillas next to them.
Yeah. Well, again, we got matzah. It's almost the same thing. It's just not as flexible. So you have to like go ahead and break it into pieces and then scoop.
That sounds like y'all stole that from somebody else. Anyways, we need to get hello in you smash up. Welcome to the channel. Well, all right, those of you that are joining us now, welcome to the Geeks Fiber channel. There is a spoiler warning for the Justice League movie. That's right. Welcome to another episode of Geeks Fiber, which now has 0 late fees.
But I have a membership card.
Well, I mean,
okay.
There are no more late fees, so congratulations, everybody.
Yay.
Ooh.
I mean, I mean, aren't late fees bad? Don't people hate late fees? I was just watching that Blockbuster documentary.
No one does late fees anymore.
Ironic, you're watching it on Netflix.
Right, yeah. Make it a Geeks 5 Ever night. That's right. We're going to start renting movies to people.
Only on Fridays. We
That's
will
right.
send you a movie. You don't get a choice.
I'm a
and
film
you
a
might not have
crackhead.
the player for it.
I'm gonna film a crackhead eating cereal and be like, "This is the real Hunger Games."
Send your ass a VHS, and if I don't get it back in 3 weeks, I'm coming for you.
So who saw Kong versus Godzilla in the audience? In the audience watching in the audience section, let us know if you saw Kong versus Godzilla. Let us know what you thought. Please don't post any spoilers. In 2 weeks, we will do a spoiler review. But right now, we're going to do a non-spoiler review.
Oh, and also, if for all the audience there, you please don't say while we're talking about this, "Oh, I haven't seen it yet," even though we kind of warned you about it.
Yeah, if
It's
you
in
are
the title
watching
of the podcast tonight, guys,
and you look, it's literally right fucking there. If you can't fucking read, it's not my fault. Blame your state.
People don't read.
for the Justice League. But in 2 weeks, we're going to talk about Godzilla vs. Kong with spoilers. This one's just spoiler free. This
one's
week.
spoiler free. So, what are your thoughts on Godzilla versus Kong? We're going to do ladies first. All right, Ash.
Your mouth
What?
is
I was
full
talking to Jace.
So you
Well,
want us to be? She's
I didn't
eating.
see it.
No, because SJ's eating, so I said that right when she starts eating more. So I'm like, fuck, I'm going to have to go with Jace.
I didn't see
All right,
it,
Vane.
but it
All right,
does
Vane.
look good. Well, stay a while. No, it's Deckard
Oh,
Cain.
and you got to muffle your mouth. Oh, yes. It was my reckoning.
If I did see it in theaters.
We're bringing Bane back, huh?
He
Classic.
was in there.
I didn't see it,
Okay.
but it looks
Get
good.
the fuck out of here. Get the
I was busy watching the Snyder Cut.
I saw it, but I had to watch King of the Monsters first because I hadn't seen it yet. So thank goodness I went ahead and watched it first before I watched it this morning. I loved it. I'm Team Godzilla all the way. Fuck what anybody says. But I enjoyed it. It was a whole lot of fun. And I need to stop talking just in case I accidentally spoil it.
Yeah, just be careful.
Remember, always
Oh,
be
she
kind
said
to
it's
everyone.
So I'm
spoiler.
just gonna leave it at I love it. I loved it. I had a great time.
Spoiler.
I want more.
Yeah, so this next comment, which one are you talking about? Justice League or Godzilla versus Kong? We're talking about two movies.
Probably both of them. That's the point of that
What?
comment.
If you saw the
All right.
original Justice League movie, that's like watching Titanic now and saying, don't spoil it for me.
Mhm.
Came out
When
4
it's
years
a
ago.
historical fact that the fucking boat sinks.
All right, so we're talking, but right now we're talking about Godzilla vs. Kong, non-spoilers. So don't worry. But then later on, we're gonna talk about the Snyder Cut with spoilers.
That's right. We're just going to let you know if we thought Godzilla versus Kong was worth watching.
Was it worth the? Yeah.
I'm looking at you, Ken.
Maybe later.
Looks like a good movie from what I can see.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question for the people who have seen it. Is there fighting in it?
No, it's
In
just
what?
them playing cards. That's what they did for 2 hours.
No,
Like,
dude,
people-
like for
they play
real,
bingo.
they like stand up to each other, and then fucking Kong whips out a ping pong paddle, and so does Godzilla, and then Forrest Gump shows up,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
they fucking have like this ultimate ping pong competition,
Yes.
and Forrest Gump just like whips the shit out of both of them. He's like, "Whatcha?"
Well, he is the best.
And then he's
This-
like, "Mama said, wait, that's the one.
Mama said I'm gonna
Fuck.
beat your ass.
Fuck, I was
Waterboy.
mimicking Waterboy. Mama said, I'm gonna beat your ass." Neither
See.
cheese subject.
I've never seen Inception, so we can't talk about that. So
Oh,
what you gonna
Inception
do now,
was
Ken?
fucking great.
Just
You
watch,
should
watch it.
Just watch Doctor Strange. It's the same movie.
Inception actually.
Right.
I remember people were joking about like it didn't make any sense, right? Well, no, it kind of made sense. The movie.
No,
actually made sense.
It's not
it
supposed
made
to make
sense, but I want to talk about Inception, but that's for like a later show.
Yeah.
So who gave their thoughts on King Kong versus Godzilla so far?
SJ said it was good.
I liked
Okay.
it.
On a scale of 1 to 10.
I get a 10, but I'm sort of kind of easy to please. So
Yeah.
You heard it here, men.
She liked Big Monkey.
shut up! Oh
I
my
like
god!
Big
Chico.
Monkey.
I'm easy to please when it comes to my Godzilla movies. I don't discriminate.
So we've heard.
I also like the 90. Yes, I also like the 98 version, but that's
a lot of
got
fish.
me into Godzilla.
That's a lot of
That
fish.
is a lot of. I mean,
like
that's
the
what
98
technically
one.
got me into Godzilla in the first place. I don't know what it was. I don't think I've ever seen Godzilla or any other like dinosaur movie like that before, but I saw the trailer and I was like, what the hell is this? And how can I get into it? And then I found that, and then I found like the original stuff. So now I want to go back and watch all the original stuff because, man, every time I heard like the Godzilla theme playing, I was like, what? Yes! That just got me so pumped. I loved it.
Godzilla is a black belt in judo.
You know,
Yeah.
He
We
does.
like to
He has
joke a
black
lot.
belt in judo.
in the Geeks Forever channel, we like to joke a lot about movies, everything, a lot of subjects, but there's one thing that we don't joke around on here, and that's fucking hygiene. So whenever you're eating a lot of fish, make sure you brush your nasty ass teeth. Today's podcast is brought to you by Colgate.
Nah, I use Crest. Get that Colgate.
Oh,
shit
fuck
outta
you
here.
too. Get that Colgate shit out of here. This
I don't use
podcast is
Aquafresh.
brought to you by Brush Your Teeth.
Yeah.
It's Aquafresh.
Aquafresh.
My only
it's sponsored by
my-
Listerine.
I'm just sort of kind of weirded out by the design of Godzilla. I know it's kind of late in the game to say that, but like I think like his head's too small. I don't get it.
He's a thick boy.
He is a thick boy, and I don't mind that part, but his head is still too small, and I don't understand that. And something
That's-
about like
that's-
the way his
He
jaw moves
that's
now,
just-
it's weird to me.
he's just thick, and that's why Kong came to clap some lizard cheeks.
Well, it's because his neck has to be so big, so his
Right.
head looks small in proportion. If you made him,
I
if you
guess.
give him a skinnier neck, he'd probably look more like the old Godzilla. But I mean, he's got gills now and shit, so there's only so much. You gotta have a lot of space there.
Right. I don't know. I just felt like his head is like his head is kind of small and squished. I mean, I get over it kind of quickly because I'm just like, oh my god, here he comes. Watch him do something. But yeah, that's just the thing that always starts off in my head. Like, why is his head so tiny and
You
squished?
Because his thighs are so damn thick. He's at least 3 times as wide as he is long. It's just crazy.
All right.
Oh, this is technically. Well, hold on. One other thing I like about the movie, because they did this in King of the Monsters too, and the problem is I can't fucking properly enjoy because it goes by too quickly. Is when they do the credits, they did it at the end of King of the Monsters and the beginning of this one. Like they have like little blurbs of like, it's like you're reading the files and then they redact it. And it just shows like, oh, it's by whoever. Here's who it's starring and da-da-da-da. And I was like, that's cool. I like it. But it also distracts me because I'm also trying to see like all the pages and stuff flying by. And I was like, I'm trying to learn about these fake monsters. Damn
My
it.
years of reading subtitles is finally paying off.
Maybe
Maybe if you didn't watch only dub, you'd be able to do that better.
That's
Shut
right.
up.
No. You can get past that. You can get past that if you watch regular TV with subtitles because you can't have it very
That's
loud
what I do.
or like move. No,
That's what I do.
I'm not getting on your ass. I'm just saying
I was making fun.
when you watch regular TV and it's set on fucking stereo, when one scene it's way too fucking loud and they're whispering, and then the next scene it's like
Yeah.
way too fucking quiet and they're screaming at each other. So you put the fucking subtitles on,
Yeah.
and then like, but the problem with the Godzilla, I like the little file thing that you're talking about, but every time I go to one of these fucking movie premieres, somebody has to bring their crying ass fucking child. So I missed like the first 5 minutes. Hey, shut that fucking kid up.
Then he realized he was watching it at home. He was like, "Oh man, that's mine."
Why don't you watch it at home? It just came out. Watch it at home. I can't. It's only in theaters. Bootleg that motherfucker.
Yeah, that's what Bailey did. She would cry every now and then. I'd be like, stop. I'm trying
Bailey
to
the
watch
cat.
this.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, you're fine. You're fine.
Bailey's your fucking cat. That's
Bailey
right.
the cat, not
Bailey
your
is-
sister.
Bailey the cat.
Yeah, just write on your hand. Bailey, cat, Sour Patch sister.
It's our princess.
Cat, Sour.
We have a note.
Mhm.
So who else? Let's see. I want to hear Sonic. Let's go to
Yeah,
Sonic
we got to
first.
go with Sonic next.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, are you gonna pay attention this time or?
We always pay attention to what you.
Well,
have to
no,
say.
because when I did my Justice League review, you were like, so what's your review again? I look like a
Just-
deer.
No,
in
no,
the
I didn't hear you. I heard your review, but I didn't hear your score. I missed the score.
I even
somebody
said my
had-
score too.
Wasn't
Okay,
paying
so
attention.
Yeah, but it's okay. All right. My thoughts on it. Well, for starters, I like that it was under 2 hours, and they pretty much it did meet the hype. And you know how like before the previews and all that stuff. First off, I saw this on HBO Max, and I kind of agree. I think we kind of talked about this on Wednesday. I don't know. We briefly discussed this. It was like one of those movies. It probably would have been like it probably would have had a better experience watching it in theaters. I think we brought that up. When the directors, promoting the movie, they said there was going to be a decisive winner, and if anything, there was a decisive winner between the fights. I did like that there was a lot more of the kaiju and less of the humans, because honestly, that was kind of my issue with the 2014 reboot and King of the Monsters. There was so many of the humans. Like, I'll be honest, I didn't know. I thought King of the Monsters was weak. I wasn't really a fan of it as much as everybody else was. But this one, the fights were really good. The visual effects, it looked cool. I did like how it was like. I know we're gonna talk about Justice League after this, but the way Kong was portrayed, the way like the main focus was mainly on him in a way. It reminded me a lot of like Cyborg for the Snyder Cut.
Okay, yeah.
But long story short, I enjoyed it. If you have a chance to watch it, you go ahead. You don't have to be like, honestly, you don't really have to watch the other two movies to really understand it. They pretty much give some of the idea of how it is, like a small bit of background in the beginning. And yeah, I enjoyed it. If I had to rate it, I would say 8, around an 8.5. That's a so there you go.
Yeah, that's accurate.
There we go.
All right, Jace. Oh, you didn't see it. Fuck.
I rate the trailers solid 7. I'll see it within the next couple of days.
This is fucking great. You got 2 weeks.
Like, okay,
Yeah.
did you give your full thoughts or?
Oh no, I usually go last.
Okay, all right. Now it's your turn.
So, first and foremost, if you're gonna go watch the movie, let's just keep in mind that this is a monster kaiju fighting movie. You're not gonna get some epic storyline like some of the other movies, kind of like Justice League or Avengers. You're not gonna get any massive, big time storytelling, any massive character development. However, there is some character development for some new characters, and obviously for Kong, because it's in the trailer. They're building some kind of story for Kong. Now, the visual effects were great. I was really fucking happy that for the first time in the Monsterverse, with Godzilla in them, that none of the kaiju fights were at night,
Yeah, they
or
were
in bad weather.
Or
Yeah,
off
the
center.
daytime.
For real, like
Wait, what?
they all the other Godzilla fights, the fights are at night, or it's raining, or there's some kind of natural disaster.
Not in the Japanese films.
I'm talking about, this is the Monsterverse.
The modern day ones.
Oh,
You gotta remember that Godzilla and Kong are a shared universe.
Right. And
Right.
Like the 2014 movie had a lot of backlash because it almost had no fights in it, and the parts that you did see was like the backside of Godzilla walking off frame or something.
that
Yeah.
I kind of remember. Right. Like, we hardly ever got to see him.
And
So
we-
And
I
all the
need to-
fight scenes were at
So I
night.
need to rewatch it. But
With
I
the
want
King
All
to
the
of
fight
Mon-
scenes were at night.
In King of Monsters, there was constant storms. You couldn't really see as well as you could.
And the
Yeah.
shit was at night.
I didn't think that was. I
It
didn't have a
was-
problem
At
totally
night,
understanding.
storm overcast, same thing.
Godzilla
Oh, so-
1998
was
was
this-
also at fucking night.
That's
But
true.
you
It
could
was
still,
98%.
but funny enough, you could still see him.
Because
Right,
they
you
have
can
Like,
see the main focus parts of him,
Right.
but because it's at night, you're not going to see where they cheap out on the special effects.
I mean, sure, but still.
That's just
like,
But
good money
because
management right there.
Godzilla and Kong
Also, it
was
was
during the
98.
day. No, this is the 2014 and King of the Monsters movies
they're still
where
doing the
they're
same
they're
shit.
all at fucking night. So, this one, their fights take place during the fucking day, and it's fucking clear weather, which was great. Because if you
Yeah.
saw Kong Skull Island, that shit takes place during the day. They did a really
Right.
good fucking job with Kong. Kong is fucking proof that they can do a Dragon Ball movie with the great ape effect on there.
Yeah, Warner Brothers did a pretty good job.
The rest of the stories up to debate.
I've already like blended all the movies together, so I'm trying to actually like go back scene by scene. I was like, was that actually in sunlight? I can't remember now. I thought
No, when he fights
No!
the Muto the first time, it's at night in Hawaii, and then when they fight in the
Right.
city, it's during the day. But when he
well,
shows
there was
up
a
in San
fight scene at night in
Francisco,
this movie, but you can still see what's going on.
right? But he fights Kong during the day as well. And there's
So
another.
I mean, yes,
There's one fight at night, and then there's multiple fights during the day. This is in the trailer. This isn't spoilers.
Yeah, so it's part of the trailer.
No, we're not doing a spoiler. We're not doing a spoiler. I'm trying to say, is it good or not? I like it because I've seen King of the Monsters. It's dark or it's night. The weather, it's either raining or there's some bad weather. King of the Monsters is guilty of it. Godzilla 2014 is guilty of that shit too. Godzilla versus King Kong, they actually do a fucking fight in the middle of the day, and it's in the trailer. That was fucking great. Because that just shows that they put a lot more effort into the special effects of this movie. The character development for certain characters was nice, but there are just some characters that show up only because they were in the previous films and they actually have they really don't have any business being there.
We signed on for 3 films. We're getting 3 films.
There's one fucking character. They just kind of have them there because they're fucking popular and famous and shit like that. And they're like, oh, we got to have them on there because everyone's going to be like, oh, I know who that is. I love that person. Yeah, no, fuck that. It's the movie is exactly what you think it is. It is 2 fucking monsters just fighting to the death. It's not some kind of cinematic masterpiece. Yes, Sonic is absolutely right. When you watch the movie,
lift it up a little more. There you go.
There you go, just to show all the people.
I know he's just trolling though. He's just trolling.
Who aren't paying attention to the bottom screen where it tells you what we're doing.
Eventually, but yeah.
Overall,
so it sounds like we all liked it in some form or fashion.
Yeah.
I mean,
shut up, Chase.
No, Sonic is right though. There are some scenes that the way they pan out, they were meant for a massive audience.
Sure, yeah.
This movie was meant for a massive audience.
I feel like had this came out during like pre-pandemic, I pretty much would have. I was like picturing in my head like the audience's reactions to some of the scenes.
It would have been great. I would have like jumped out of my seat.
There were some scenes that unfolded the same way some scenes unfolded. There's one scene in Godzilla versus Kong where it's almost like the same way it unfolds. It's kind of like how when Captain America got Thor's hammer for the first time.
Yeah, it's off topic. Imagine Endgame came out during the pandemic.
Ooh.
We would have got robbed at some of those like.
We would have to pay $30 to watch it.
On Disney
Would have flopped.
Right.
You can put the sign down.
No, just in case, because I don't want to hear people bitch and be like, "Oh, you can't believe you guys are spoiling the movie," even though we clearly said we're not going to spoil the movie.
Okay. Anyway.
Is the movie
Thanks,
good?
Bullwinkle.
So when you go inside, when you watch the movie,
you want to see a rabbit come out of my head?
When you go and watch the movie, when you realize that the movie is what it is, like it's a kaiju-based monster fighting film, it's really good. But if you're going in there expecting some like Avatar level fucking storytelling, and I'm not talking about
Which Avatar?
I'm not talking about the Blue
James Cameron.
Smurfs. I'm talking about the fucking Last Airbender.
I love that South Park.
If you're expecting like some epic proportions of storytelling and character building, you're not going to get that.
No.
But you're going to get a Geico lizard and Harambe just decking the shit out of each other.
We're just getting Bowser and Donkey Kong colliding. It's
We're literally
Smash Brothers. Yeah.
We are literally getting Donkey Kong versus Bowser, and Super Mario is just watching from the sideline like, Mamma Mia.
Optimus Primal and Megatron.
Yeah. Godzilla's got small arms. It makes sense.
I'm not bad at spoiler. Because I haven't spoiled anything. Like, I haven't really spoiled it. If anything, the trailer has spoiled more than I have.
Yeah.
Trailers always spoil more than anything.
It's kind of like I'll give an example. The Sonic movie, if you watch the trailers, you pretty much saw the whole movie.
Yeah.
It's pretty much kind of like this.
In the Godzilla versus Kong trailer, they already spoiled the surprise. And don't say it. They should they showed him. They don't show his full body.
Yeah, not only they showed it, but also like toys leaked it out too.
Yeah.
Yeah, those got leaked anyway. We're just not going to say it because we don't want to hear people giving us bad dislikes and all that.
Right. No, but that doesn't mean anything because that character is in the trailers. Everything that I'm talking about is I'm speaking it from the. I will call that Geico lizard insurance selling looking bitch as
got it all
whatever
wrong,
the fuck I want.
Oh, the Geico
he's
lizard
the
is his little
cousin.
brother.
Yeah, he's the
It's his little brother.
Distant cousin.
It's his baby brother. No, there was a meme. It was like, this is our oldest son, Godzilla. He destroys everything. This is our youngest son. He sells insurance.
Ass bitch if I want to on this channel.
What?
Real brave you for fighting a fictional character.
No, I didn't. Everyone's talking.
I said I will call Godzilla a punk ass bitch if I want to. What's the BBB?
You'll call him a punk ass bitch here. You call him. I dare you to call him that to his face.
Godzilla, if he existed, I'm not gonna go call that I'm not gonna go call that dude who cosplays Godzilla punk ass bitch because he's actually kind of cool. He's a real.
See, that's the thing. That's another thing that I miss about, and I'm not talking about this movie specifically. I'm talking about this entire whole verse. I love the Japanese films because they actually do like practical effects. You know, they still have the guy in the suit. They still have like the models and everything versus everything is CGI. And you have to really like dig deep into your soul to imagine you're seeing a almost 400-foot lizard kicking an almost 200-foot tall gorilla's ass.
All right. What's up, Jace? What you got?
They used motion capture for King Kong.
They did.
TJ Storm is the motion capture for King Kong.
Yeah,
well,
no,
I mean, but it's still not a guy in a suit. But it's still not a guy in a suit. Like back in the day.
They made the guy put on a gorilla suit, and then they put the little things on him, and then they motion captured him.
For Godzilla, they did a foam build out, so he has something to grab onto.
Well, what they did is for Godzilla, what they did, they just went to Japan and borrowed the real Godzilla and filmed him.
It's all filmed on the sound stage anyway. They put another suit on top of that Godzilla to make him thick.
Yeah,
Shin Godzilla sucked.
That's how they put him in the Warner Brothers studio a lot.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and move on. But with that being said,
I don't even remember that one.
The last Japanese film to date is Shin Godzilla from 2016. I didn't like that one; that was trash.
All right, so we're gonna move on. Oh yeah, a little side note regarding this. For those people who don't know, Mortal Kombat was supposed to come out on the 16th. It's officially delayed till the 23rd. So just letting you know.
Thank you for saying something. Thank you for stopping us. I forgot to get my review, my score for it. 7 out of 10. It was way too short.
2 times.
It was way too short.
I have a question based off the movie. Do you think they're going to make more?
I want
to. They're going to have a sequel where Godzilla and Kong find these go-karts, and then they start throwing turtle shells at each other.
Or they just
and then an Italian plumber is going to show up.
Or they just play a round of tennis or golf.
And then they're going to have like this the third movie is going to be where they get invited to a tournament, and there's like different characters from different franchises joining in.
Yeah. It's a
and they have lives,
cinematic universe.
And then people get upset when they don't put the right DLC in the movie.
How you gonna put DLC?
My question with that was because this was the last
DVD bonus features.
Yeah, this is their last movie. Their deal expired last year, but due to the pandemic,
this is last movie.
This is their last movie
in their current deal
with the Godzilla license. But if this movie's successful,
they'll probably renew it.
There's a possibility that they will renew it.
I've already seen plenty of memes that make the Godzilla versus Kong what is it? An allusion to Batman v Superman with involving Mothra. That was hilarious.
Oh, there's you heard it here, folks. They already started the hashtag. Give us the Snyder cut of Godzilla versus Kong.
Give us the Edwards cut
of the 2014 reboot.
It's a 4-hour cut of Godzilla versus Kong, but this time they actually say Martha or Mothra.
Mothra.
Why'd you say that name?
Yeah, they just put a subtitle. Why'd you say that name? Just them screaming.
Right. There's a lot to the movie that we haven't addressed or talked about because we're not going to. But it is interesting. I just think they could have done more.
Yeah, for sure.
They could have done a lot more. They could have made it a little longer, at least 20 minutes longer.
Yeah, I feel like that may be an extended cut eventually.
And they could have had a better fucking ending.
6 hours, y'all are going too far. Stop it. Just stop it right now.
That's just him. That's just fucking him. That's him. He's obsessed with Godzilla. Don't listen to him.
Make it 30 hours.
Jesus,
that's a stream. It's just the movie's like this, but 28 hours is them playing Godzilla World Monsters Melee.
Anyways, okay, so now we are entering the spoiler portion of the show. You had it right at Godzilla vs. Kong? Okay, you got it now. Spoiler warning for the Justice League Snyder Cut review we're about to go into. You have exactly 10 seconds before we start talking about Godzilla vs. Kong. Snyder Cut. 10 seconds.
You got 10 seconds to get ready because we're going to talk about.
If you haven't seen Justice League Snyder Cut, make sure you go ahead and tune out. So if you're leaving, go ahead. We will see you again on Monday. Hopefully, we will be back on Monday for another Trash Talk panel. Also, next week, Wednesday, there is no Power Hour. And if you are leaving, please make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and subscribe to our Facebook channel. Yep. The Terrible Fan Fiction does kick off tomorrow. So make sure you join us for that. Or join me for that. No, the others will be here. And the Dragon Ball panel should debut. That's a one-person job. Are you going to sit here and just laugh?
Or help read parts?
You really want to give yourself a headache?
I already do. I already do.
No, trust me.
I'm rereading Naruto fan fiction, and that shit is terrible.
Oh God, no! This is way.
Some of this stuff is terrible. I'm fine with some OOC stuff, but there's some of this stuff that I'm just like, why?
No, I've read some of the Naruto fan fiction, and there's one where Naruto gets pregnant from Sasuke because the Nine-Tailed Fox has no gender, and therefore Naruto no longer has a gender, and he can get pregnant.
I mean,
Snyder Cut.
Yes, I know, awful Snyder Cut. So Justice League Snyder Cut.
Yes.
For those of you that saw it, if you haven't seen it, please leave. But if you haven't seen it and you don't give a shit about spoilers like me, then feel free to sit down as we talk about a 4-hour movie in about an hour.
We'll break it down. Old school.
Spoiler alert. And remember, this podcast is intended for mature audiences only. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect those of the other admins or sponsors of Geeks 5ever. If you actually have a complaint and would like to file one, you can do so at geeks5ever@gmail.com.
We will soundly send it to the spam email.
No, I have to start addressing them now. One of the cons is like, you got to start addressing complaints. Oh, fuck you. 100% Godzilla is not going anywhere. They may not continue to expand this universe. They may restart since they did kind of release the monsters a little out of order.
Sure.
Nah, they just make new movies for like the other monsters.
All right, if you are here from this point forward, you are on your own. Justice League, Snyder Cut. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about it.
Apparently, there's another version out there called Justice is Gray, and all it is a black and white version. I saw that. I was like, what the hell is this? Why is it the same length?
There's a third. No, there's another one where it's called Justice Isn't Silent. Justice Isn't Silent, where it's like the radio version of the fucking movie where the guy described. No, I'm fucking with you.
So it's like War of the Worlds.
Yeah. And then Superman has come back to life, ready to catch these hands because he wants all the smoke. Can you imagine that being fucking? Well, anyways.
Not by you, obviously.
Oh, I could tell the fucking story. Like, damn, Superman don't come back to life, and he was ready to whoop motherfuckers in the streets. He's like, oh hell nah. Did y'all kill me? Did you kill me?
Yeah.
Did you kill me, you pigeon-looking motherfucker?
He woke up when he was dead.
Oh, what's up, Pigeon Man? It's Batman. Pigeon Man. You talking all that good shit before? Then you got your ass whooped. Anyways, so right off the bat with Justice League, I am so happy that they got rid of the Zack Snyder CGI no mustache face.
Yeah, they changed the beginning.
The beginning of it was
a much better beginning
across the board.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I hate to also tell you that Superman comes back to life. Not only does he come back to life, but he comes back to life without a shirt for some reason.
Hell yeah.
Right.
That was like then the Whedon cut too.
Yeah, like why?
Yeah,
Does,
it's true.
who decided to take his shirt off when he died? Like,
He was in a suit, but he exploded outwards. You know what?
Yeah.
so he just happened to have sweatpants on. Like,
all the pants weren't gonna
Yeah.
come off. Just like the Hulk's pants never seemed to come off.
it would have made
Well,
would have made more sense with some kind of like kind of boxer type. I don't know, shorts.
Biker shorts.
Well,
So
it's
your
the same thing with
complaint isn't
when
that he didn't have a shirt. It's that he also had pants.
My complaint was, why the fuck was he half naked?
I want to see full naked. That's what I want.
Like-
Release the naked cut.
That would have made more sense though. Why did he was in a suit and then he explodes into yoga pants?
I want to see like
Well, it's the
completely
same
nude Superman
it's the
fighting
same
them.
thing with it's the same thing with the Flash in his first scene where he saves, I think it turns out to be Iris,
It was
even
Iris.
though we
It
never
is
see him
Iris.
talk. Which is weird because didn't they know each other for a while? Or at least that's the show.
That
No,
okay,
the
so-
show isn't connected to the movies.
But the show they were friends. So I don't know if in the comic series they were always like friends or they just found each
Probably
other
not.
like
In the movie,
Clark and
probably
Lois.
not.
They've changed it multiple times, and one
Mhm.
comic they are, and
Touche.
one comic
Well,
they're not.
Okay. So anyway, so he saves her, and it's the same thing. He turns, and his shoes explode, but he's still fully clothed, and it's like that makes no fucking sense.
Because it's because of the friction off of his feet.
Mm-hmm.
But that's also why his suit is made the way it is, because the same thing would happen to the rest of his clothes. So his
Right.
clothes should have at least been shredded.
Right. That's if he travels very far, but he was literally only going like 30 feet.
Yeah,
if he
and
had
also-
traveled further, that would have been the case.
And also that scene where he's entering Bruce's car for the first time, he eats that whole box of pizza. He explains that, all the calories and all that stuff.
Right.
Right. Well, it's not
They
like
mentioned
he
that
has
in the
the
waiting cut,
ability
too.
to slow down time. Like he moves so fast that
Yeah.
everybody's moving slow. But the question was, and then we're gonna go back to the beginning. But the question is, every time he starts to use the Speed Force, he's surrounded by electricity.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Is that just something he can see, or just nobody? Does everybody just turn a blind eye to it?
Well, you got to figure it's the speed of a lightning strike, which is imperceivable.
speed of
for the
light.
most part.
Yeah.
A lightning
Mhm.
strike, you only really ever see the reverb. You never see the actual hit because it moves too fast. You see that reverb that goes back from the earth to the sky. So that's what you
Right.
see. You never see the initial strike.
It's like
Well,
that's
I mean,
that's why you hear that phrase faster than the speed of light.
Right.
And then your eye
But
is
it's all-
something that'll relate to your vision.
But it's also similar to that whole first part with Superman Scream. You can't actually see sound waves like that. They're just doing that for effect to show.
So we got two.
Yeah, in the
We
beginning.
got two new hashtags, by the way. We have
we do?
"I want naked Superman" hashtag,
Yes.
and
Maybe not that Superman, but yeah.
and
I went naked, all Justice League naked edition.
Schlong's out for Super Jew.
Because Cyborg spoiler is
Schlong's
naked.
out for
so we get two new hashtags. "I want naked Superman" and hashtag "Why wasn't he full naked?"
There you go.
But
Hey man,
naked.
if Cyborg can be naked, everyone else should be naked.
Absolutely.
Yeah, nobody is gonna address the fucking fact that at one point Cyborg just didn't have pants on.
He did it. He's like, I'm always ready. Takes off his clothes. Like, okay, because we're going nude today.
Nudist beach.
It's like I'm a fucking walking calculator. I don't need pants.
Imagine the fight when Superman just gets resurrected. He's completely naked, and all the cuts were those weird, awkward, where like a bush is always in the way, like a shoulder is always in the way. It's like, and
Yeah.
you occasionally get an ass shot. Like
Yeah.
that'd be like the funniest fucking thing ever. And Wonder Woman would not be able to fight him. Like, I can't see this. And Barry Allen would have ran away out of just shock.
So in the beginning, when Superman dies, spoiler,
For
his
other movies,
the yell he releases when he dies is really much better than the 2017 one where he just dies and they had
The
shown a
Whedon
little
one.
video. Yeah,
The
where
Whedon
his
cut.
scream echoes throughout the planet and the universe, and it's like, oh, the Kryptonian is dead.
Yeah. I like that too. I did like the opening.
wondered
How
what
the
they
way
were
they
doing.
did it.
because I was wondering what they were doing for that, because they didn't do the voice echoing thing for the original, and then they bring it up later on in the movies, like his screams activated and told the mother boxes that, hey, it's safe now, because they didn't activate later because they're afraid of Superman, and for good reason. Spoiler: he beats their fucking ass, all of them.
He does.
All right, we're gonna talk
Royally.
about that a little further on, but yeah, like, butt Nick,
I love it.
fuck Nick.
Fucking Ken.
It would put that theory that to test if you pull your pants down before a fight, the enemy will run away. So, and he shows up to Darkseid all naked, like, I've come to stop you. And Darkseid's like, whoa!
See, nudity makes you stronger
Look,
on this planet.
I was led to believe that there was another superhero called the Flash. I didn't think you were the Flash.
Oh, the flesh.
Why don't I just come back? I'll take over Earth another day. Why don't I just come back when you have pants on, huh? Why don't you go back to wearing that red Speedo you always wear? Darkseid, you know what?
Should we give our personal review and then go into the in-depth shit of the weird shit?
No,
that we saw?
let's just fucking go.
Yeah, because we already gave our personal review
last time. You reviewed on the trailer.
I didn't.
Well, that's your fault.
I really liked this
7.5.
one. You were 7.5?
Yeah, it's better. Than the original.
That's what I gave it.
Well, good. You're not.
Yeah,
I really
talk about it.
7.5.
No, but I really like this one because, like, one, they develop Cyborg's character so fucking well. Like,
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
bro.
absolutely.
They like dropped the ball on him in the Whedonverse.
whoa! Put some pants on. I'm not fighting you like that. No, I really like how, like, because in the fucking the Whedonverse, Cyborg just kind of just shows up. Hey, I heard you need help.
Yeah, they didn't like
Right.
fully explain him and all
Yeah,
that.
And
he had one.
To be
chat
fair,
with-
also Batman vs Superman, they kind of didn't explain the other characters, besides.
yeah, true.
Yeah, to be fair, but at
Well,
the same
they-
time, I'm like,
if you
Also,
watch
his
the
motivations
Ultimate-
changed. Also, his motivations changed in the Whedon cut. Like first, he's like super shady and snarky to his dad, and then all of a sudden, like they're okay or something. Like, oh, I saved you and everything, and it's very disjointed and discombobulated.
Well, in the original one, it was just Luthor surveilling these. He already knows who all these people are. This was Luthor's intel,
Yeah,
yeah, Lex Luthor. Okay.
so they didn't know anything about him. They were doing the research on him,
right.
so they had stolen his info.
Mhm.
That's why they didn't really go into depth with these characters.
Mhm.
But like this one, they explained like, okay, Cyborg's like, man, fuck this. Look what y'all turned me into a Coke machine with Wi-Fi, and he
5G.
hated like
Mhm.
with 5G. I'm literally a walking cell phone now. Look at this shit, and I got AT&T, so I have shitty service.
You know what? They should have actually made that for
Yeah,
product
better.
placement because Warner Brothers and AT&T have like the same company. So
They're
Warner
owned by
Media.
AT&T.
Yeah. So Warner Media. That's why they give HBO Max for free.
HBO Max too. Yeah.
Yeah,
AT&T.
so like, and like, I really like how he's walking around, he's like discovering that he could like destroy the planet with
Mhm.
his fucking mind. Like, I can send all the nukes, or I can make them explode all at once, all at the same
Right.
time. And then he like sees the lady who's like a maid or
The
something.
waitress.
She's a waitress, and he puts like $100,000 in her bank account, and he
That's
starts
really cool.
fucking with the stocks, and he shows the two bulls as a representation of capitalism,
Right.
and he like makes them stop. I was like, this man has become a fucking technological god.
Yeah.
True. But I think like his dad was saying like he technically made him that way.
He did because he used the mother
Yeah.
box as a way to
Right.
save him.
But it's amazing that he like knew what abilities he was going to have or he allowed these abilities to happen because he's like, yeah, you have the power to do this and this and this. You can
Well,
literally
no. That's not what was implied. What was implied was he was going to use the mother box to save him, and he didn't know what was going to happen. But after what was all said and done, he told him, like, look, you have these abilities, and he never specifies. If you really listen to it, he doesn't specify what abilities he has. He just
Yeah.
says that he has these special abilities that will make
Yeah.
him like no other individual, and that will make him
How's that
someone
not
great.
specifying what abilities he has?
Because he doesn't
It's
actually say what
No.
abilities. He just says that he has the power to manipulate like technology, possibly.
Well, yeah,
like he's
he
a living
created him-
supercomputer.
That sounds like a pretty specific thing to say.
Yeah,
You
but
have
he
the
doesn't
power
say
to
like
do
you can
this.
fuck with the stock market.
because the vague power. He knew he made him out of a supercomputer that is far advanced than anything that's on the world at the moment. Therefore, he can easily hack in anything by saying, like, you can control all of technology. That seems like, oh, that's pretty cool. I can get into like doors and computers. Like, no.
No,
Everything in the world is run by technology, and you control
but
all
that's what. No, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Okay, yes, he didn't say you have to do this or do that, but he did say specifically you have the ability to do this. So yeah, he is telling Cyborg specifically a power he has, but Cyborg is the one that makes the choice. I can either literally destroy the free world as we know it, or I'm just going to help out this down on her luck lady who has a family who needs
like
help.
the dad doesn't know. But the dad doesn't know that he can do that. All he knows is he doesn't know the full extent of his abilities. He knows that he can get right. He says he has the potential. Okay. He doesn't know that he can actually manipulate everyone's financial income or stock market or anything at that level like that quickly. He doesn't know like that he can manipulate
I just started rewatching the Snyder Cut. I was hoping today to actually watch Godzilla versus Kong, the Whedon cut, and then the Snyder cut, but I kept falling asleep for a couple hours because I've been up since 3 p.m. yesterday.
Today's podcast, we talk about Cyborg and being able to hack into people's computers and hacking into people's information. But what's not fun in real life is when people hack into your shit. So just like Cyborg, why don't you get yourself a fucking VPN?
Express VPN.
I wonder if Cyborg has a VPN.
He probably
is a VPN.
He's got antivirus.
Cyborg doesn't need it. Everyone needs Cyborg strength. VPN.
Even Cyborg needs an antivirus program.
He should make an antivirus program and sell it. Like,
remember,
Cyborg Guard.
Your antivirus program is condoms. For Cyborg, it's Norton.
Oh my god.
Got protection. Pulls out a Norton 2019 editions. Like, oh.
All right, back to movie.
Right.
No, yeah,
so the dad doesn't know like his.
Okay.
He knows he has the potential, but he doesn't know the full extent of it because he didn't know that his power would be limitless.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like to be able to control nuclear warheads at a thought without flinching is fucking amazing. And the thing is, like, his dad's really smart, but even he isn't that like smart. Like, there are certain things in the movie that happen. And honestly, when you watch this movie, it is a really good movie, but it's not the best. It is fucking heavily flawed. There are just some fucking scenes where I was watching and I was just like,
I didn't really get that feeling. This was a movie that it wasn't as action packed as say the Avengers movie where it was constant, like this happened, that. This was a full length. Every scene has a point, and it got the point across. It wasn't necessarily fast paced and action. I would say the most boring ones were the fucking Martian Manhunter shows up. Those were like, who the fuck cares? Where the fuck?
Get the fuck out! Get the
fuck out! Which brings up a
Why?
good question.
Where the fuck was he this entire time?
He was a chicken shit. That's what he was.
He could literally is almost as strong as Superman. He would be the second strongest person on the Justice League. It's like, nah, I'm good. I'll go impersonate Martha for a little bit.
So but that's the thing though, and that's the fucking thing that a lot of people didn't catch is that Martian Manhunter was kind of sowing the threads that was behind the scenes. He was planting the seed because the one thing I liked about this movie that I didn't like about the one I liked about this one instead of the original was the fucking fact that Batman didn't go and get Lois Lane and then bring her to the fight like he knew exactly what the fuck was going to happen. She just happened to be there because Martian Manhunter told her to keep going out and living her life. And so
basically, in a way, he was like the master control.
Right. He pushed her into being at the right place at the right time.
But that's what so far I've seen in a lot of whenever they actually do put Martian Manhunter in something, is he's always kind of like in the backseat, just kind of observing everything first, and he doesn't actually step in until it's absolutely necessary.
Right. It was that case. I don't know if you ever seen the Justice League movie Final Frontier or the New Frontier. I think it's called New Frontier.
New Frontier.
And so like he's kind of like there in the background, just watching, observing, and just like kind of like he says that, oh, I've been watching your planet. There's too much hatred, too much ignorance, too much this, that, and I'm going to leave.
He's not wrong. He's not
so
wrong.
He's kind of like watching to see if humanity is worth saving.
Right.
Yeah, it went from DCEU to the boys real quick.
It's coming from the guy who has no other living relatives. Why would he care?
I mean, really, his fucking weakness is fire.
He's afraid of fire. He is not physically harmed by fire in any way.
He's afraid of fire, and they even bring that up in that movie, The New Frontier, where Batman's like, for the one alien from another planet, I have a $10,000 rock. For you, all I need is a penny to buy from a man for a book of matches.
Yeah,
he did say that. Yeah,
which is true. He's deathly
his fucking
afraid
weakness.
of fire.
Like if I throw a lighter at him, he's going down for the count. He's almost as bad as Captain Planet. If I throw a fucking banana peel at Captain Planet, he goes down for the count. That's the
misconception of Martian Manhunter, is that he psychologically is affected by fire, but not physically.
No, he might not be physically. He's not physically affected by it, but if you get that man to go into fetal position and cry, you might as well claim victory.
Right.
At that point, but until then, he has the ability to go into your head and make all your worst fears come true too. So,
all my worst fears have already come true.
Shut up. But he has that. He can do that. He can phase out of existence. Yeah, he can. He's super strong. He can fly. He can turn invisible. So he can do a lot of shit too. Huh?
He can phase through matter.
Yeah, he becomes intangible. So he's a powerhouse too. But again, there's again like the Superman kind that are always like fight first, and then there's got the ones like John, and they just like I didn't know what to call him for a minute there.
But
he should have said his name. He should have said his name was John at the end of the movie. Not some call me Martian Manhunter. It's like it's fucking stupid. Why would you just say you're super
Imagine if you didn't know who Martian Manhunter were. So you hunt people?
I would say this is a bad guy. He's a manhunter.
Am I fucked? Do I need to sleep with one eye open?
Like he should have just been like,
I'm John or something.
No, it's like I'm Martian Manhunter, but you can call me John or something like that. You know,
tell us your fucking name.
For real.
If
I was Batman, they call me Martian Manhunter. All right, calm down, Predator.
There you go.
You ain't about to kill me.
I'm just glad they didn't make him look like kind of doofy, because I've always been like kind of hit and miss with some of his like character designs, and I like that they kept him a black guy, because that's what he was in like the original card when I first met him. What the fuck am I saying? Jesus Christ!
There's also an Asian guy for a while. True. You go by the Justice League Unlimited, he was an Asian. He retired and was an Asian guy for a little while.
Did Jace freeze for anybody else besides me?
He did, yeah.
Yeah, he did for a bit, but you can still hear him, so it's okay.
Yeah,
I was ignoring it.
I'm just happy that he was fucking green.
Yes.
Imagine you look like Piccolo.
Yeah, because there was another.
That's another thing I was going to bring back. I'm like, why does this motherfucker look like Piccolo? Why didn't he have a turban and some shoulder pads?
He could if you want.
They always got to have like some weird design. They can't just be like, I don't get that.
I like the design they used.
Smallville.
Pretty good.
Well, I do too, but I think it was like Smallville. Like, he wasn't as like a vibrant green as he normally is. So I was like, what the hell?
I feel bad for Ben Affleck though, because he looks so uncomfortable in that Batman suit. If you watch that movie and you watch him walk, he looks like he's real fucking stiff. Like he can barely fucking move.
Oh, for sure.
Probably can't.
I'm uncomfortable just watching him, period. I just don't get him. I don't know.
Like he's nowhere near as big as that suit is.
Yeah.
He's all like,
it's all padding.
He's all at the end of the movie when he's talking,
shoulders all the way down. He's all like this, like Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Batman.
You can see what shape he's in when he's talking to Jean, because he's wearing a t-shirt and he has the small arms.
Gets a beer gut.
Yeah.
Kind of have a beer gut. It's like this was clearly filmed later.
That
additional scene.
Yeah, that's that. What is it? That Rasputin trend on TikTok when they're like, we're much smaller in person, and then they just like on that transition, they just go.
You're like,
I hate. Like, what?
There are some celebrities I see on TV or computer, and I think they're like tall, and then I meet them. I'm like, God, you are short. I used to look up to you, but now I can't.
Yeah.
Maybe if I sit down, I can look up to you.
Damn.
Snap.
Even then, some people are so short that even when I sit down, I'm like eye level.
Yeah.
I like how they made Steppenwolf this time. They made him
actually. Yeah, he looks better designed.
Oh my God! Thanks God they changed this design. They got rid of the wife beater and actually gave him armor.
Yeah, I'm glad I actually watched the two of them, because I was aside from it being like way too fast paced for a 2-hour movie, and just like all the fight scenes seemed like cut in half. Yeah, that was weird. I was like, wait, what the fuck is this? We're supposed to be scared of this guy? He looks like a puss.
Yeah, he did. He looked like a chump.
I like the tone for. I like the music was much better in this one. Whenever Aquaman's walking down that fucking water bridge thing, whatever the fuck it's called, the ravine, and he's just like the pier. He's just drinking, and then the Whedon version is got. It had some different ass song, but it's kind of like I'm on a highway to hell or some shit like that. It's kind of rock song. But this time it's all this like really sad, like deep song because he's got all these fucking like. The other one, they made it seem more like he's a badass and he's like, I'm a drink and swim at the same time. I hope the Atlantean police don't pull me over because I've been swimming and driving. I mean, swimming and drinking. Swimming and drinking. I hope they don't fucking pull me over and throw me in fish jail. No, but this one he's all like,
have you been drinking tonight? Look, I'm in the water. I'm drinking all the time.
I'm no time, officer. I'm not drunk. Look at all these tattoos. You think I'm gonna get these many tattoos while I'm drunk?
Yes.
I like how. So one of the things that I haven't seen the Aquaman movie, but I know I've been watching a lot of reviewers talk about this. The air bubble effect that they used to talk.
Yes.
In the movie, they didn't do that in Aquaman. They just talked.
No,
just because an Aquaman isn't.
No, they did.
They did.
They did, but again, like they made a point of it in the Aquaman movie that only like the highborn or the hierarchy, because it's like Volko, Mira, him, and Orm, and maybe like one or two others. They can actually breathe both underwater and on land. All the other Atlanteans can't breathe. But there's that scene in Justice League when the parademons are pulling these foot soldiers out of the water and they're fine, and I'm like, where are their helmets? They're supposed to be dying.
Maybe
you didn't know if they were you didn't know if they were fine
or something.
You didn't know if they were fine. They could have just. It was only a few minutes. They could have been holding their breath.
Like
it was only a few minutes because he's like, talk never, and then he slaps him and then he busts his head wide open on a rock.
No, they were struggling. They were struggling very well and they were very capable.
Plus, Mira lost the accent. That was cool.
Well, she can't act to begin with, so
yeah. What the fuck?
I'm so confused on what the chronology is.
Why did they give her a job again? Didn't she like beat the shit out of Johnny Depp or some shit like that?
Something.
Yeah, that's pretty much the whole debate and all that stuff.
Right.
I mean, she can slap me around.
But again, I'm so confused. Yeah, whatever. I'm so confused on the whole chronology. I know, like when the Wonder Woman movies come first, and then it's Man of Steel, Dawn of Justice. But where does Aquaman? And
it's after.
Right after.
It's right after. It's right after Justice League.
But that makes no sense because again, if you watch Aquaman, they make all the everything that happens in Aquaman, they don't talk about in Justice League. He's super. Arthur is super bristly and everything to Volko and Mira, even though in Aquaman
you gotta keep in
they're
mind
good friends and everything.
You got to keep in mind that Aquaman was made with the Whedon cut instead of the Snyder cut, so they went off of the Whedon cut, and so there are going to be those changes where the Snyder cut, that was his original envision of the character, and Aquaman would have been made with that envision in mind.
No, even though Whedon cut, he's still snarky to Mira, and Volko's not even in the movie.
Because you're confused. The Aquaman movie comes after Justice League, so he doesn't become friends until the Aquaman movie.
Mm-hmm.
But then he meets Mira. But then he meets Mira for the first time, and he doesn't act like a hero. He does all the other stuff.
In the Aquaman movie?
Yeah. If the Aquaman movie comes after Justice League, Snyder cut or no Snyder cut, whatever, it doesn't make sense because he meets Mira for the first time.
Right. In the Justice League movie, he didn't know who he was. He just knew that she was guarding the fucking Triton.
And he doesn't have access to his mom's Trident until the Aquaman movie. Whereas in the both Justice League movies, he has her Trident.
Okay, I mean, let's just draw the line. Let's go past that.
Okay.
Let's acknowledge the fucking fact that in Batman v Superman, in the video, Aquaman had the fucking Triton.
Did he? I don't remember that.
Yes, he fucking did.
Yeah, when it was the video from underwater, he has a Trident and he stabs the thing.
They were like, crikey, here we are in the underwater cabins, and we are discovering a new type of, oh my god, it's a man with a fork.
So the Aquaman movie might not be chronologically correct, just based on how things happen.
That shit make no sense.
but it does come after the Justice League one. They just didn't.
Well, but
he got his gear beforehand, but then I guess he had to get it again.
Yeah, and then he got the yellow and green tacky ass suit.
Right, because then he finds his mom and all that stuff. What was the other thing? Oh, and the thing about Mira giving her backstory in Justice League, both of them. Like one, so I saw that they changed it. First it was they fought in the war, and her mom and his mom like helped raise her or whatever. And now in the Snyder Cut, her parents died in the war, and Arthur's mom raised her. But again, in the Aquaman movie, she talks to her dad. Her dad is alive. Her dad is making deals with Orm. So again, inconsistencies I don't understand.
You gotta understand that they're also different directors.
I mean,
that they might not have watched the Justice. That director's like, I'm not gonna watch this.
Okay, so the difference between DC and Marvel is that they always have Kevin Fringe or somebody else.
Kevin Feige.
Whatever. Who cares?
The Russo brothers.
What do you mean, whatever? Well, who cares?
People.
Yeah, people.
Kevin, Mr. They have Mr. Kevin. They have a main director overshadowing the other directors, making sure they don't make mistakes.
They should have had a Stan Lee for DC.
They did. It was Jack Kirby. He went to Marvel.
Damn.
So, with that being said, DC doesn't have the micromanaging director for all the other directors, so they're giving more liberties. And the excuse that they use is, "Oh, we're part of an extended universe, or we have different timelines."
Yeah, that's fine and dandy. You can still have a common fucking thread to make sure that your movies actually connect to one another.
They also stated in the Justice League movie, they didn't say other galaxies. They straight up said he's from another universe, instead of just saying like another part of the universe. They said another universe.
Who?
When they were talking to
Darkseid?
Yeah, they were talking about Darkseid. They said one of them was like, he's from another universe.
He is from another universe.
Yeah.
Right, but he's not from their so he's not from their universe at all.
No.
But there's no. They don't imply interdimensional universal travel. There's only technically one universe, which like Earth 1, Earth Prime, or Earth 2, 3, 4. That's a universe.
I see what you're saying.
So just like in Marvel, you have 616, all the other numbers.
Right,
although Darkseid aren't DC. There is technically only one Darkseid. Who is multiversal. In DC's universe, like Jay says, there is only one Darkseid for the entire multiverse. Mm-hmm. All the Darkseids you see are just avatars. They're essentially drones. Mm-hmm.
There's one Darkseid who is who's never been affected by any of the reboots. He's the only character,
which is why he hates Superman so much.
Until recently. He doesn't hate Superman. He actually wants to make Superman become like his servant.
In every universe, Darkseid always makes an effort to point out where Superman is because he either wants him or is afraid of him. That's like
he wants to clap his cheeks.
It's like, dude, we need to team up. Let's collab. Let's get this YouTube channel going.
So I mean, yes, he's not afraid of him, but he Superman is like the he's a thorn in his side. He
ultimate threat.
He fucks with him. He always ruins his plans. But the thing is, Darkseid's he can travel between the multiverse, and his body can change its size according to the universe's laws of physics.
Which I thought was weird that they immediately brought up that he's from another universe when they never brought up the fact that there's anyone else in their one universe. They just said he's from another universe. Like, well, what about your universe? You've only barely mentioned anything about where you're from.
They don't know anything about.
They mentioned the Green Lanterns. They said Men from the Stars, which is the Green Lanterns.
Yeah, but they didn't know. They didn't know they were Green Lanterns.
No, they showed that. They mentioned it in both cuts. They showed it was a lantern.
Right. No.
They only mentioned the Men from the Stars.
We know it's a Green Lantern, but they probably didn't know that he was a Green Lantern. They just know that he's like, I am so and so, and I have come to help you. Because remember, lanterns are assigned sectors of the galaxy to guard, and so they have to guard an entire.
They're police officers.
They're essentially galactical police officers, and so he probably showed up because he got word of Darkseid coming to Earth.
The thing is, they separated. They specifically said he's a man from the stars, but they said Darkseid comes from another universe. So they had the clear distinction of the two different comings, but they never.
Well, that's because
I feel like they
Zeus,
jumped the gun. And it goes like it's immediately go to other universe when they don't explore any of their current.
the one thing they didn't because they left out minor details like Zeus does know who Darkseid is.
Yeah.
Zeus and Darkseid. Remember, Zeus is an old god, while Darkseid is one of the new gods. So
Yes.
Zeus knows of Darkseid. All the gods know of each other. Like the what's his name? Sonic, the guy from New Genesis, something father, father, our father. What was the name of that? The main god from New Genesis. Do you know by any chance?
Wait, what?
He's one of the new
Father.
gods.
Right. He's the old man from New Genesis. He's part of the new gods. He's the adopted father of Orion.
Yeah, I know who you're
let's
talking
see.
about. I didn't know his name though. But
Forefather, our something father.
old
All
man.
father.
All father and Zeus know each other. They know each other because they're created by the source.
Mhm.
So everyone knows who the source is. Like in Injustice, the comic book, when Zeus is fighting Superman from taking over the planet, he's like, "We're sick of this shit. We're gonna take over. We're gonna reinstate ourselves as the one and true gods of the."
Isn't All Father
the-
like based on like Norse mythology, right?
Not necessarily because
All father is. but-
All Father, no, because he might have inspired him, but the Norse gods, the Egyptian gods, the Greek gods, the Christian gods, they all exist within this universe.
So I don't think the All Father is the right word, but it's the
No,
same
but that's
concept.
what he's called, All Father, because he's the All Father of New Genesis.
Mhm.
New Genesis is where the heroes are born.
Right.
So that's what they call him. Just like Darkseid is revered as a god in Apocalypse, despite the fact that Apocalypse looks like fucking hell.
I like the emotion they gave Steppenwolf though, because he actually seemed like he was almost into tears every time he was trying to get back into Darkseid's good graces. Like he's like, like, I need this, please. What can I do? He's like, sorry, dude. Don't fuck up.
Okay, that's another thing they put in the movie they didn't explain.
That he
Zack
was
Snyder puts a
emotional?
lot of things in the movie that he expects like comic book fans to know, but like people that only watch the movies wouldn't catch. Like a lot of people are like, okay, why is Steppenwolf? Why is this the case? Like, what did he do? So for those of you that don't know, Steppenwolf tried to take over the throne of Apocalypse and tried to overthrow Darkseid. He even says that I have punished and gotten rid of those that stand against the people that he rallied against Darkseid in a war. He killed those people that joined his side as punishment for going against Darkseid, despite the fact that he's the one that led him into that war. And for trying to overthrow Darkseid, he's like, okay, you have to destroy 100,000 planets at least.
Yeah.
And I want my Nazi scalps.
And don't come back without them nachos I asked you for.
I like the emotional point they put on him though. That was a good change because in the Justice League, it just seemed like he was obsessed. Like I'm just doing this. It's my job, and I really like my job. And he's just kind of creepy. And this one, he's emotional about it. That he's trying his best to do
I like to do the worst. Because
all right, I'll be back, y'all.
I like this one because in this one, it's about Apocalypse and it's about Darkseid. It's always been about Apocalypse and Darkseid. Whenever they go to war, I don't care if it's the Superman animated series, the Justice League animated series, the movies, the shows. Whenever they go to war, they're always like, for Apocalypse, for Darkseid. Right. And this one, they were in the original one, they were like, for the Unity. I'm like, nobody gives a shit about the Unity.
And then for Darkseid.
And then he's like, and then he whispers, for Darkseid.
Yeah.
You said that like he's your like you have like an affair with him or something like that. Like
no one will know.
Wouldn't put it
like
past
nobody knows that Darkseid's clapping his cheeks.
Mm-hmm.
But like that's the thing though, you could see the fucking fear, not just in his eyes, but Darkseid hadn't even come out yet, and all the parademons were like fucking bowing. They were like scared.
They could sense it.
They could feel his presence and they were frightened. They bowed. And even Stephen was like, Master, I am humble. Like, dang, he made this man get on his knees and beg.
Like he was crying. Like you could see the emotion.
Yeah, I mean, like for one, I was already happy they got rid of the wife beater, but then then they made him more emotional. The armor looks great. His design does look better. He has more emotion. His character has much more development.
I like the little bits of purple they put into the armor, like as it was flexing around. You could see the energy flowing through it as it was just deflecting things.
Steppenwolf, right?
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I thought his face looked so much better too.
With less money, they made it better.
Yeah,
I don't like how they have to unite the mother boxes though to get to Earth. That's never been the case in any of the comics or any of the movies I've seen. They can just use a mother box to create a boom tube, and you have to use multiple mother boxes to create a big boom tube.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what uniting them together creates the ability to terraform the entire planet instantly. Is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, but that's not what they've always been for. He actually uses different.
I like at the end, it's like, let's do this the old-fashioned way. It's like, oh, sweet.
The biggest, there's two major fucking changes to this movie that I want to get across, and we have 30 minutes left. But there are two big fucking changes that they did that I fucking praise Zack Snyder for. One, what's the name of that fucking town? Terra something? Chernobyl?
Oh.
Right.
That's
why
like
the
town
fuck
it
were
was.
people? Chernobyl? That was the town.
Well, they didn't say Chernobyl, but
That's what it's based on. But it's
Right. It's based off of Chernobyl. In real life,
right.
that's a real fucking place, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Why the fuck were people living there?
I don't know. They got rid of that. It's like, it's too radioactive. There are no people here. Go away.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they were there in the wheat and cut. They were
Right.
there, and like, this place is radioactive, and there
I got
are people
extra
living
feet.
there,
Right.
and they look healthy. They look poor, but they look healthy. Why the fuck are they there?
Right.
Why are
low
they there?
rent.
Someone explain to me why these people. Why are they living the real life version of Fallout?
Affordable housing is sometimes hard to find, Goku. You don't understand this. It's got a good commute. That
That's why
cart
it's
shows up
affordable.
once every 8 hours.
Yep.
The truck sometimes runs.
They were
Sometimes.
fucking god damn it. They were living in this town.
Yeah.
Fucking. They weren't eating food. They were living off radiation.
They absorb it like Godzilla.
And then they're like, oh no. and like they see this fucking bullshit happening.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
They see all this, like they see flying demons and monsters, and not one person thought maybe we should pack up and leave.
No,
That-
they did.
The dad
Yeah,
in that
at
family
the
is like,
end when
Oh.
the fighting starts.
Yeah, because first they're like, "Oh shit, we have to hide," because they were swarming the house, and then the fight started. So then the parademons were leaving, and then like we got to leave now while the getting's good. And also the thing was starting to that whole whatever I was trying to do, terraform the apocalypse. That's what was happening to there. So they're like, we really got to get the fuck out of town.
I can
Another
handle
thing-
radiation. It's all this bad road.
Actually, there are 3 things that they fixed. 5 things. I don't know how many things that they
A lot of things. It's called.
They fixed a lot of
All
things.
the things.
Oh, when Superman grabs Batman,
Yeah.
he doesn't
Do
say,
you-
"Do you bleed?" Yeah,
do
they
you
cut that scene
believe?
off.
and then he says it so sorry. He says it so like shitty too, like,
Yeah.
do you bleed? And Batman's like, "Ugh." And then he throws him something's bleeding, all right.
They took
I
out
was
the
just
line
like-
where he says,
Yeah, they cut that out.
like,
Yeah,
we need you. This planet needs you. It's like, but they don't need you. And then they fucking eat them.
I know that was so much like they don't need you, and then he like fucking heat visions him, and he does like the
That was
Wish.com
cool.
version of Wonder Woman.
They didn't show. They showed that they upgraded his armor briefly so it could actually absorb that energy, and then they showed that Superman's heat vision is too powerful for it to effectively do it. It overheats.
Yes. So that made
Well,
more
it did it for
sense.
one. He did it to the other one, and apparently he's fine on his right arm. His left arm's not as durable.
I
Yeah,
legit
because
like
he was basing it off of Wonder Woman's bracers.
Right,
And,
he
Because
was.
even she said that was like, huh, where have I seen that before?
oh, you're gonna make yourself a lasso too?
A lasso in black.
Yeah, she did say that.
It injects morphine into you. So
I have to
you're
say
like,
that was the one that was like one of the points in the movie where I was legitimately surprised
Right. Same
because I
thing.
thought I saw everything. Like I already seen the first one. I already know how it's gonna go. But then he hits him with the heat vision and he blocked it. First off, I didn't know he blocked it. Like right
Yeah.
when it hits, I'm like, oh fuck, Batman's dead.
Right. And that's why he upgraded the way he did. Because
That's
like,
too
yeah,
hot, too hot.
otherwise Because before it was like there is no fucking way you actually survived that. He must have really been holding back, which is weird considering he wasn't holding back for the other 4 of them. So
well, no, he overloaded the gauntlets. They were absorbing the shots from the Apocalypse tech, but they couldn't take the heat vision.
Right, but I'm talking about in the Whedon cut. Like, when he's like, "Do you bleed?" and he throws him, it's like you didn't try that hard, all things considering.
Yeah, for real. He should have punted him into the next city.
Especially because you and Wonder Woman were headbutting each other, and you were holding back her Cyborg, Aquaman, and you were watching fucking Flash just go like right behind you, and it's like you weren't holding back for those 4. Why the fuck did you hold back for the mortal?
Plays down to his competition. He's like, I gotta make this look somewhat good.
But
I'm gonna win the blowout.
Right. But the whole point of it was supposed to be like he lost his mind. He, because he just got
because he recognized him. He's like, wait a minute, I know you.
Right.
I only know one person around here that dresses like Dracula.
A butt chin.
But again, that makes no sense to why he would attack the others. He didn't know them.
He was attacked first.
Wonder Woman,
He's like, I recognize your Ben Affleck looking ass anyway.
Yeah, but they didn't attack until they were like perceived as like a threat, and like that was the weird thing. They were just like feeding off of the like tension off of each other. They were both just like, what the fuck, what the fuck, and then they just went at it. And then I understand kind of that with Batman, but again, the whole line like, "Do you bleed?" I was like, that's not the Superman I know. Superman wouldn't be that's weird.
I wanted more jokes, and I'm upset.
I wanted less. I wanted
the jokes.
Okay, they took out the shitty jokes because some of those jokes were like the one about brunch was stupid.
A little bit,
I don't remember the brunch joke.
It's where he tells the story about brunch. Like, what is brunch? You're like essentially waiting an hour and a half for like lunch.
Well, because like Flash is like, I need friends, and it's like, you poor puppy boy. What?
Man, you did not think that until he said he was Jewish, and then you were like, "Oh my god!" I felt even more sad for him now.
I always feel sad for the outcast. I was a fucking outcast. Leave me alone. It has nothing to do with
you
him
were watching it like this. Like,
I enjoyed it, especially when
pretend this is the TV remote. She's like,
he did it in the Whedon cut too. I was like,
oh,
he was always Jewish. Good for you, Flash.
She's like, poor Flash. I feel bad for him. And then I'm just a poor Jewish boy. Oh my god! Oh, poor Flash! Oh my god! Like, oh, you're one of me.
Unfortunately, when they took out the part where there was no one living in that Chernobyl area, you took out the scene where Superman's just carrying a fucking building.
Right.
That was stupid. That was so damn dumb.
That was cool though.
I think Whedon rolled himself into a fucking hole with that one because he's like, well, okay, what about let me research Superman. Ah, shit, he's way too strong.
Yeah.
This is going to be a short fight scene.
Well, but that was the thing. Like, he is actually that strong. And I mean, granted, back in the Unlimited cartoon, they were like, I have to hold back all the time because this world is basically like wet cardboard. But with you, and I think he was fighting Darkseid at the time. He was like, but with you, I can just take the gloves off and just go to fucking town.
Yeah.
So
the Snyder version understood like, yeah, he's strong. And watch how easily he can defeat Steppenwolf. Boom,
right
down.
Yeah, as soon as he fucking shows up, fight's over. Not impressed. Boom! He beat Steppenwolf's ass like he owed him money.
Like we talk about they added.
Well, there was that 5 minutes where they all did die, and then Barry went back in time, and you watched them all regenerate.
We got to let Sonic talk. I want to hear what's on.
Oh yeah,
sorry,
I was gonna say, can we mention also like they added a lot of like somewhat blood and gore in a way?
Oh fuck yeah!
It was a lot in this movie.
Barry got fucked up in this movie, like over and over again. He just kept getting shot.
I like how Barry was the problem solver. Like, he actually did something, not like in the last one where I just pushed people out of the way. And that's essentially all he fucking did. That's legitimately all he does is save people. He doesn't do anything. But in this one, he actually like did shit.
Did you just fucking say that? He just saves people. He doesn't do anything.
Yeah, because that's like he in the movie, he says all I do is push people out of the way. And that's really all they had him do in the Whedon cut. Was like rescue civilians, just like get them out of the fight, get them out of the line of fire. Doesn't really do that much, but in this one, he did a lot more.
All he does is push things and then touch things. Because he pushed the bad guy, and that's when you see.
No, he tried to punch Superman. I saw him. He was
like, pushed the bad guy. He tried to punch Superman. He did give Diana back her sword by just like, boop.
And he got shot. He's one of the
Did get
homies.
shot?
Twice. He got shot twice.
He did.
He got shot with a cannon.
But yeah, he also like restarted Earth like 5 minutes.
He reset.
Yeah, we will get to that. We will get to that.
Sorry,
But,
what
like,
else are we talking about?
No,
Rewind.
we're talking about how the fucking fact that Superman just like he's like, man, dude, I don't know what I just came back to life. I don't know if I'm still feeling the effects of
Right.
death or I'm high as shit.
Right.
Let's
High
talk
as a
about how the
kite.
corn actually looked like corn.
The corn.
We love that.
The fucking corn didn't look CGI, look real. Superman
Yeah.
legitimately looked lost. Like, hey, where's the camera? Oh, there it is.
Oh, that butterfly
Oh,
looked
no.
fake though.
But
I mean,
Butterfly.
I
look
thought the corn looked fake. I don't know what the fuck y'all are talking
the corn
about.
looked fake in the first one
It looked fake in the second one too.
because you don't know what corn looks like.
Thank. Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, know what corn looks like.
Are you fucking serious? Jesus.
Because you don't know what corn looks like.
I mean,
Brian, she doesn't know what corn looks like.
that's right. You don't know what corn looks like. Corn are the corn band.
The K.
Okay.
With the backwards
Well,
R.
that
You
one.
don't,
Well,
yeah,
that
you
one
don't know
I'll
anything
give you.
about the band. You don't know anything about the food or the peanuts.
What
corn.
makes you think
Corn
I don't know
nuts.
anything about corn?
I don't know.
I don't
Why?
He has
know.
nothing else. He has nothing else to go on.
I was gonna
Or
say
corn
what the fuck?
pops,
Ooh,
Corn
got him.
pops. Yeah, there you go. Or popcorn.
Corn-
You don't know nothing about that.
corn flakes.
Are you fucking serious? That's sometimes all I'll eat. Some days it's just popcorn.
That actually explains a lot.
Cornelius.
What?
Nothing.
I said Cornelius.
What did you say?
I said that explains a lot.
Corn flakes.
Asshole.
How am I an asshole? Like,
What
why is
else
it that
is
every time I tell people the truth or the obvious thing, I'm the fucking asshole? But if I
The
lie,
obvious thing.
like I'm being honest, and it's like you're an asshole for being
Honest-
truthful. But if I
honest
don't tell
is
you the
always
truth, I'm a
true.
piece of shit. Like I can't win. Can't fucking win.
Being
Anyways,
honest does not mean you're being truthful.
so Superman shows up to the fight, and he wrecks fucking Steppenwolf's shit. Like
Yeah.
the fight's over. Like it's fucking over. He beats this man like he owes him money. He comes in there like Stinkman. He's like, "Oh yeah, motherfucker, you were talking all that good shit before, but then you got kicked in your chest."
Let me break your axe. Let me cut off your horn. We done here? No.
Man, he
Boom.
gave
No, that was Darkseid. Wait.
no.
No.
Superman
Cut his horn.
fucking
Oh, it's the
And
other one.
heat
Darkseid
vision.
broke
He
off
gave
the other one.
he gave Steppenwolf a fucking haircut by chopping off his horn
Not
with his
true.
heat vision.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot for a second there.
He's
Yeah,
like-
which is better than the first one that all of a sudden, like, the parademons just turned on him for no fucking reason just because he felt fear for the first
I was
one.
like,
It's
"Oh, what? That was."
That was like a
dumb.
Disney bullshit.
that was
You
kind
can't
of
have him fight.
was
It's
like-
getting too violent.
It's like something you see at a Disney movie in a way.
yeah.
Yeah, see, that's the problem I had with that. It doesn't. The parademons don't work like that.
hmm
The parademons
In
are
the
like,
Whedonverse, they did. They they've sensed fear, which they
Right.
didn't do at all in this one. They sensed the mother box and they said, "Fuck the rest of the shit."
Oh yeah, yeah.
well,
yeah.
even if they sense the mother box, they only work on orders. They have to take orders from Darkseid or Darkseid's subordinates. They actually don't
Mhm.
think for themselves. They have been very like they're stripped of their the reason why because Darkseid wants to strip the universe of its will.
Mhm.
That's the whole point of the anti-life equation. He wants to make sentient beings and he wants to take all sentient life in the universe and take away their freedom and make them obedient to him. He's
Mhm.
not in love with anybody. He doesn't want to impress anybody. He just wants everybody to be ruled under one ruler, under one god, and that is Darkseid. Thanos just wants to impress death.
Right.
So, like the fact that they turned Steppenwolf into a man witch just because he was a little scared made no fucking sense. Now, if they were paradooms, I might let that slide,
But they weren't. Because
but they weren't. They were parademons.
just gross people.
And for
It was-
those of you
they
that don't
made-
know what paradooms are parademons, but with the DNA of Doomsday
Mm.
And Superman.
and Superman.
They
And
made Whedon
they ate
tried
that girl.
to Whedon tried to make that last fight longer than it should have been because he thought like, oh, it can't be ending very quickly. It's the big fight. Let's make it long. Let's
Let's just make Superman
distracted.
stand around with his dick in his hand doing absolutely
Get
nothing.
distracted. He'll go help people. When in fact, if he just expanded on other parts of the movie, you wouldn't have had time for a longer final fight. It's like, okay, make this fight short because Superman's strong. Just let him do what he's supposed to do. But now, at the end of it, he's distracted by a building full of radiated people. Apparently,
They got rid of that fucking red sky background. That shit was
That
horrible.
was good. They made a red dome instead. The dome was nice.
I like the fucking Barry. Fucking so when the mother boxes connect and they unify and it terraforms the planet, Barry's like, I gotta break the rule, I gotta go fast and I gotta do it, and I gotta do it now. And then he starts running past the speed of light, and you can see the world fucking rewind like a blockbuster VHS. Like
Be kind, rewind.
that's
There
right.
you go.
Barry was kind and he did rewind life.
You're welcome.
They did the cool echoing of his voice too, that they normally do
Yeah.
whenever he's traveling through time. The distortion.
That was the fucking coolest part of the whole movie. That was the reason why I gave it such a high score. Like
Post-credit
I mean,
scenes. Well, not post-credit. Pre-credit scenes.
Ooh.
The epilogue.
yeah. So the thing I like about it is that the fight doesn't end the movie.
Right.
It tells more of a story. It keeps going, and then we see more happen, and then it kind of goes into the final ending, which is with the before we see that though, we see like how everyone's lives are changing. Like, okay, we see Cyborg, we see the Flash, we see we see how Batman wants to start the fucking Justice League,
Right.
and then
Hall of
ending-
Justice.
yeah, the Hall of
Yeah.
Justice, right. Thank you, by the way, for reminding me of that. Because I forgot it was called. Because I think of the Watchtower. When you think Justice League, you think the Watchtower.
Yeah.
But also the ending with Lex Luthor and Deathstroke was much better. Oh, I was thinking about getting a team together.
Meanwhile, at the Legion of Doom.
Yes.
Should we have a league of our own?
And then he's like, why don't you have a drink? No, I'm okay. We'll have
No,
some
do
information for you.
Mhm.
Batman is Bruce Wayne. And I was like,
Wow.
he's like, you know what? I will have that drink. It's
Yeah.
a cause for celebration. I was like, you threw this man, you done snitched.
That's
I'm gonna
basically
kill
what he
him
did.
for free.
I'm
Okay.
I'm still kind of salty about that casting choice for Luthor. 'Cause
Oh, Jesse
Luthor's supposed-
Eisenberg.
Yeah, because Luthor's supposed to be this like suave, debonair, calm, cool, collected guy, and Eisenberg is just not. Like he would have been a good choice for Joker or some other insane.
Oh,
villain.
speaking of
Yeah,
the
I think
Joker, can we talk about
He was
that?
supposed to be the
Yeah,
Riddler.
we're gonna get to that.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Like
get to that.
I don't even know what other.
Yeah, I
insane
feel like he
villains
could have been
are.
Riddler. Was there any other who, if you had to choose, who would have been casted better as Lex Luthor?
They should
There's
have.
a,
Okay, let me
there's
tell
a
you
guy
who.
from Mad Men. I don't know. who he was
Never
from.
saw it.
Everybody wanted Bryan Cranston to do it.
No.
I think he's too old though. But you
I
know
agree.
what? I was playing Injustice, and Lex Luthor in Injustice looks like Bruce fucking Willis. Almost to
There
a
you
fucking T.
go. There
Yeah, but
you
he
go.
would-
I actually like that idea. Yeah.
never act.
Let's
He
get
would
that
get-
motherfucker.
He was
Let's do
controlling that
that.
entire fucking performance. Bruce Willis does not act anymore. He shows up, collects a paycheck.
It's Lex Luthor. He doesn't have to get act. Just
It would've
piss
been
off
great.
Bruce Willis before you start
Yeah, because I'm
filming.
trying to think. Yeah, because I'm actually trying to think. Like, well, I mean, you can shave anybody's head. Vin Diesel could have been a good one.
No,
Oh hell no!
you need
It's all
someone
about
to act.
family.
Shut up.
Vin Diesel
He's
can't
on the
act.
bow with Deathstroke. He's Bruce Wayne. We need to take him down. 'Cause it's all about family and fast cars.
Who else
There's-
could have been?
There was this one actor, the guy, I think he's from Mad Men, but he was shaved
John
completely
Hamm?
bald. Might have been John
I
Hamm,
hate
but
John
he has
Hamm.
like kind of big eyebrows, so he
never
looked
mind.
just like the Lex Luthor from the Justice League animated series.
Oh,
Oh,
Clancy
okay.
Brown voiced him too.
Yeah, he looks just like
I
that guy. So you could have just gotten him.
Could have just gotten him. That would have been cool if they actually did get Clancy Brown, because I know he was in Cowboys and Aliens. I was like, wait,
Yeah,
I
he
know
was.
that voice. You have a face? What?
Yeah,
That-
Clancy. If you don't know who that is, Clancy Brown is the voice of. He's done a lot of live action movies as well. He did
Yeah.
Highlander.
Mhm.
He also voiced. He's pretty much the best Mr. Krabs in SpongeBob and Dr. Cortex and
Mr.
Crash Bandicoot.
Krabs, Captain Black from Jackie Chan Adventures.
Yeah. Also, he's a pretty good, well-known
He's a
like
really-
actor on screen.
Yeah. So there's that.
You ever seen
trying
so
to
hard
think.
it like have you a headache?
Yes.
It gives you a hernia.
You ever like Never mind. I'm gonna shut up.
They should have picked someone better. Than
They should pick Jace.
I would have done it.
Oh, Chris Sabat if they wanted to.
Yeah.
Chris Sabat
As Lex Luthor.
There you go. Damn, I'm really trying to like.
I
wrap
kind
my
of want
brain
to see
think
that
of a
now.
better
Shit.
Luthor.
Now I
don't
want to
know.
see that.
I don't know. Just literally any other older guy, because I feel like this Luthor is younger than Superman and Batman, and that makes no sense. They should
have just gotten Samuel L. Jackson. What you want, motherfucker?
Yes, I could have been okay with that. Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's find it. Let's not make Luthor white anymore.
Now I think about it. I was reminded about earlier in Justice League. They actually had more extended scenes with J.K. Simmons as Commissioner Gordon.
Yes.
What you thought of that?
Actually, like it.
I do like his. I like his interpretation of Gordon.
Which raises the question: was the original intention for this movie to be 4 hours, or is this just another? Are we going to get another extended cut?
I think it was intended to be. I think it was probably 4 hours.
We get the Justice League Snyder.
Oh wait, actually,
cut.
now I think it just reminded me. What y'all thought of the whole movie being 4:3 and not like full screen or widescreen?
Didn't notice.
I don't think
it bothered me at first.
Yeah, then you got used to it.
Then I just got used to it like 10 minutes in.
Yeah, like my brain did
because a lot of people were complaining about that, but they did give a disclaimer at the beginning. It's like, oh, the movie is 4:3 to to meet the vision of the movie.
When I first read that, I was like, huh?
Zack Snyder's like,
what does that even mean?
Hell yeah, you better put in your circuit TV, your old ass TV, and
dim down the brightness, make it real, just like Zack Snyder wanted it.
2021. No, this is 2001.
Because he wanted to show everything like on a scaling part.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So, what are your thoughts on that? Did y'all pretty much got used to it?
I mean, yeah, I just got used to it after.
Yeah, I didn't mind either. I kind of forgot. I was like, oh yeah, this is 4:3.
Yeah.
Right. No, like I said, it bothered me at first only because I'm not used to it anymore. Like, especially like I'm used to it if it's an old show or movie, but like this is 4K in 4:3.
A modern movie, a 1080p modern movie.
I was like looking for some grain or like poor quality, but it was 4K and 4:3, so I was like, huh, that's kind of weird. But I just after like 10-20 minutes, you just get used to it and it doesn't bother you anymore.
Okay.
I think honestly, maybe not everyone, but I'm gonna say everyone. I feel like everyone at one point when they first saw it was like, it kind of bothered them for a few minutes,
right?
Or it made them question it. Yeah, but then your brain is like focused on the center.
Yeah,
it's like you're fine with it. It's like you'll be okay.
Right.
You'll live.
Right. So I think everyone just like it just caught them off guard. Even if you read the disclaimer when you see it, it's like,
we're just like, what?
Because you could have been like, oh, maybe the disclaimers for people that have old ass TVs with fat asses.
But this is HBO Max. You're like, oh, right.
All right, Joker scene. What do you think about Joker scene?
Oh yeah, the scene with the Joker. Jared Leto Joker.
Since Sonic was the first one to bring it up, we're gonna let him go first.
Do it.
Okay. Well, for starters, I did like the design of it compared to what he looked like in Suicide Squad. Based on like the scene alone, I thought, it's kind of surreal. I thought Jared Leto actually did a pretty good job. He actually did a pretty good Joker based on the scenes alone. It's just like, in a way, he kind of redeemed himself from what they showed in Suicide Squad.
I didn't like the laugh.
Yeah, the laugh was okay.
It sounded like somebody kicked him in the dick.
It's not the worst. It's not the worst.
It's not like he was crying then laughing.
Yeah, it sounded like he was crying.
Well, like Mark Hamill would do that sometimes for his Joker.
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes depending on like how.
But like compared to like, for example,
he was trying to be. He would just go for this.
But
slow laugh.
His sounded like a laugh. Like this guy was like one. He was just like one tone away from going like
and also the thing too, like,
yeah,
and also compared to like the recent live action Jokers that we got from Heath Ledger to Joaquin Phoenix,
right,
and all that. No, but I thought it kind of redeemed himself in a way. I think I think how they show more of him, it probably I don't know. I probably would have gave it like a better detail into like my thoughts on him. But yeah, honestly, the way he looked and all that, he kind of looked 100 times better than what he looked like in Suicide Squad. And the whole "we live in a society" line, apparently he thought of that. He just thought on the spot. He's like, "We live in a society." But I did like that interaction, him and Bruce in that scene where he's like, "I gave a promise to Harley, and I'm gonna fucking kill you." I was like, "Oh shit."
I'm like, is anybody not gonna bring up the fact that he mentioned reach around? And Batman was like, "The fuck are you talking about?"
That was an improvised line from Jared Leto too.
For real,
they both went back and forth to just like one-liners, and they picked the best ones for the movie, for that scene. There's like 4 or 5 different versions of that final little communication. Jared Leto went with a reach around line.
Yeah, no doubt it'll probably be a deleted scene later on.
We did get one of the theories. A theory was confirmed, though. A theory that's been around since Batman v Superman.
Killed
it was
Robin.
pretty much the theory that Joker killed Robin. Now the belief
which explains that armor that says "haha, jokes on you, Batman."
Yep.
Yeah.
Because everyone thought that the Joker was Robin, because in The Dark Knight Returns, the second novel, The Dark Knight Strikes Again, it is Dick Grayson posing as the Joker killing superheroes, and then taking parts of their costume and like stapling them to his body or his face.
Joker's weird.
Well, this isn't Joker. Joker's dead.
It's still the Joker. It's a Joker.
It's Robin posing as a Joker killing the heroes.
Why?
Because you gotta read the comment. It's fucked up.
He went mad.
And it's kind of fucked. It's kind of fucked up. Like, he confesses that he loves Batman, and Batman makes homophobic jokes at him.
Oof.
Well, the Dark Knight series isn't great. There's some bad things in there. SJ,
the second one sucks. Just
SJ, what did you think about the Joker scene?
Oh, that ending one?
Yeah, that end credits scene. The apocalypse. The nightmare. There you go.
I think it was a better scene than when they did it for Dawn of Justice. Because every time I see that, I'm just like, what the who's just we just like switched scripts or something. All of a sudden they just started filming another movie and they forgot, and they just edited it in because they thought they were editing the same movie. It's like, no, you idiots, that's the wrong clip or something. I don't know. But
that would have funny. That's how it came to be.
I guess it worked. I do want to see it. I agree. It's because they make the mention like, oh, Lois was the key. Like, she's the one that brought Superman back his sanity, and they showed it in the Snyder Cut movie. Like, if she dies, he will lose his mind again, and he'll go to dark side, both
Kinda
literally and figuratively. So I just think it was done better. I wouldn't mind seeing that movie if they ever get around to filming that. I look forward to that.
That was originally going to be the second. Okay, so they kind of did read the scripts for the second and third movie. That one was going to be the third movie.
The third Justice League movie?
It's supposed to just be the Nightmare universe.
Well, no, it's not just the Nightmare universe. So it goes into the fight, then Lois dies, and then they go into the Nightmare universe, and then Flash goes back. He stops it from happening. So instead of Lois dying, Batman dies, and then Superman loses his shit and beats the shit out of Darkseid. But because Lois died, he blamed Superman for him, and that's why it's all. There was some convoluted bullshit in that script. Like, Lois is pregnant, but it was supposed to be either Clark's son or Bruce's son. Like, he was saying that Bruce and Lois had like some kind of relationship while Superman was gone. It was fucking dumb. I don't know.
Hopefully they are going to use it.
The second movie was supposed to be the Legion of Doom taking on the Justice League.
I look forward to that.
That would be.
We'll see if that happens, but there are some things in the movies that take place that they don't explain, and I don't like. You don't expect non-comic book fans to get it. Like the nightmare scenes, that's easily explainable. So what happens was when Flash travels through the time stream, and he fucking changes the timeline, his old memories and the new memories of that what if timeline start clashing. in his head, and so he starts getting new memories, but he has his old memories, so he starts remembering things that he didn't do but happened in this universe. But then he starts remembering the things he still remembers the things he did. So that's what's going on with Batman. He's getting his memories of a time from the future from the Flash, because the Flash is fucking with the timeline. That's what these visions are.
Which makes some sense.
So they're supposed to be the timelines colliding and changing because they're changing the timeline.
Sure.
I mean, that's essentially what it is. They just don't explain it, because if you didn't read the comics, then you shit out of luck.
Speed Force.
Speed Force.
Jeez.
Roadhouse.
You
Mexican.
dare tell me to read?
I was
want
elected
to,
to
but do you
lead,
have
not
any
to
idea how many
read.
comics they're going to go through? Like, shit.
I was elected to lead.
Well,
not
that's
to
what they're
read.
saying. They're saying that if there is no, right now, Warner Brothers has come out and said there is no sequel. There is no sequel. They're going to continue forward with the Whedonverse.
The Whedon cut.
No.
They're not even really doing that because they're rebooting Batman,
Yeah, the one with the Robert Pattinson in it next year.
Mhm.
which is not the Whedonverse.
Well, that
HBO
Batman. They've already confirmed that Batman
Separate.
is a separate universe.
It's kind of
No
like
one-
Joker, how
no
it's
one cares
separate
then.
too.
If it's not part of a collective universe, no
It doesn't
one's
count.
going to care.
It's part of the DC EU, but it's not the same universe as the Justice League movie.
An alternate universe.
Mm-hmm.
Well, neither is the Christian Bale movies. What's
That's
the
what
point?
that. Yeah, it was rebooted anyway.
Yeah, no one.
Right, those were already rebooted.
They're going to reboot this. They'll do one movie, maybe two, and then they'll reboot it again. And that's when you start pissing people off, because you'll have 30 different Batman.
They're already pissing people off because we've
Yeah.
already had 3 different Batmans in like less than 10 years.
And we're
Yeah.
going to have 3 more.
I still just want my Jensen. I still just want Jensen. I
Crazy.
can't wait for that.
He's voicing him in that new.
I know.
The new Batman.
Could you enlighten the audience as to what you're talking about? Because I know what you're talking about. They're talking about Batman: The Long Halloween,
Yeah,
Yeah.
the new animated movie from
Yeah,
DC
it's a new
and
animated
Warner
movie,
Brothers.
and they just announced that Jensen Ackles was Dean from Supernatural. For those of y'all that don't know names, he got cast as Batman for it. And if y'all will remember, if y'all seen Under the Red Hood, he was the Red Hood. I approved of that performance super hard. So that's why I've
Upgrades,
always
people,
been like,
upgrades.
Jensen Ackles for Batman. Jensen Ackles for Batman. I was super pissed when I found out they didn't cast him instead. So, okay,
All right.
step in the right direction. At least he's an animated Batman now.
Right, but that's the animated movies, and we'll see where they go with the anime. If they do another extended universe with the animated movies.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as Justice League goes, it is connected to the Silver Screen series, which are the Flash, Arrow, the Arrowverse, as they call it.
Superman and Lois and all that.
Superman,
All the TV
Lois.
stuff.
Yes, all the TV stuff. They are connected because
Oh.
what's his name?
Wait, the Snyder Cut is connected to the TV stuff?
Well,
Because of during their final Armageddon thing,
it was called Crisis
Infinite
on Infinite Earths,
the Flash from the movies went into the TV show.
and they meet.
I need to watch them.
It was-
It's just a
very
single.
brief
It's a single scene. It's like a couple minutes long, and they run into each other. It's like, whoa! Like, check out your suit. It's so practical. Like, look at yours. It looks like
That's
armor. It's
protection.
like, look at all this protection. They like look at each other.
Do you
And
want
they're like, I'm Barry Allen. Like, oh, like I'm the Flash. The who? The Flash. You know, the Flash. And then Barry Allen's like, that's a good name.
Oh, Grant Gustin's Flash.
Yeah. Yes. Because and if you watch Justice League, he doesn't call himself the Flash.
He calls him just
Right.
Barry Allen.
Right. They never once called him the Flash, and I picked that
True.
out. I was like, holy shit. He's not known as the Flash just yet.
But I'm
I don't think they call
Martian
him- I don't
Manhunter.
think they call Victor Cyborg.
No,
said
they
he's a
call him-
cyborg.
They
did?
said he was a cyborg. And
Wonder Woman says
what's
he's
his name? Called him Machine.
Right,
And
but
they're-
that's the but he's never like, hi, my name is Cyborg, or hi, my name is the Flash.
If you really
And
think about it,
even-
they don't even call Wonder Woman Wonder Woman.
yeah, it's
they just call her
Diana,
Diana.
it's
Barry
Bruce,
says Wonder Woman.
Clark. They never call them by their code names.
They don't even call Aquaman. They call him
They
the
do.
Aquaman.
I don't
The
recall.
Aquaman. They only
Yeah.
call him like Aquaman once.
once.
I don't
It was
know.
like
But
the
Aquaman.
Aquaman.
I think otherwise it's still like their actual their names.
Yep, it's mostly like Arthur, Barry.
Which is like that kind of defeats the purpose of a secret
The
identity.
only one
guys.
that gets called their hero name is Superman.
Mhm.
And when Shazam shows up, are they going to call him Sir Sparkly Fingers?
Probably.
Well, no, not when
famous.
not when Lois shows up, because at least Diana calls him Kal-El, which is his birth name.
Kryptonian
and
name.
then, yeah, his Kryptonian name. And then Lois comes up and it's like, Clark, and it's like, you idiot! There are cops all over the fucking
You know
place.
how common of a white boy named Clark is?
I mean,
He's got to be Clark that works at Starbucks.
Well, he's the Clark that works with Lois Lane at the Daily Planet. That might be a little obvious when you start connecting that.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
because the fucking
Supposed to
glasses,
Clark?
the glasses are supposed to throw people off.
Supposed to, but
Right, but basic knowledge. Like he said, Clark. Who else does Lois Lane work with? Look up the people who work at the Daily Planet.
yeah.
There's like
You don't know that. They probably don't know. Like the guys from the military probably don't know who she is.
The guys from the military? No, yeah, they do.
They probably don't because they were shooting at Superman. They should know fucking bullets don't hurt him.
That's a warning.
No, they just
Fire at
that's the
his
fucking
face.
Who
military.
are they
They'll shoot
warning?
at anything.
Batman?
They were still shooting at Godzilla, and it's like, y'all know that's not hurting him. Like, stop.
That would do more damage to Godzilla than Superman.
Well,
Godzilla
yeah.
can't fly into space.
Well, yeah, but I think still it's like it's the equivalent of like just like you're just shooting mosquitoes at Godzilla. It's just like, okay, this is starting to itch. Like, just stop. Just stop.
This isn't irritant. How are you? Why are you?
Yeah, see, that still itches though. Like Superman's just like,
Maybe.
Superman
We
got
don't
shot
even know
in
how
the face.
tough like Godzilla's skin actually is.
He got
But still,
shot
like
in the
that's
face
my,
with one of
but
the.
that's my point. No, the
decals.
military knows about Superman, and yet they're still going to do it because they just feel like they have to do something.
You
And
know,
the cops-
police officers.
And those cops that
not
were
hesitate.
watching the park know
gun
about Lois because she always shows up and she gives
no,
what's his name,
bullshit.
Jerry his coffee.
I call bullshit on Jason's thing
Why?
because if I was a cop and I know Superman doesn't get affected by bullets, I wouldn't shoot at him. That's a lot of every time they fire around. That's a lot of paperwork.
Well, I mean, touche. There is that too.
There's,
but again, it's a movie. They don't do like real life stuff.
I think we're 10
Why'd you
minutes
pull your
over.
gun out? Because it's Superman. It's like why'd you shoot?
We're about 5 minutes over. We go based on when we started.
Oh,
The timer
okay.
on the corner. Okay, guys. So that's pretty much it for today's episode. Do you have anything else you want to add before we go ahead and call it a day? Night. I gotta go take a picture.
Release the nude cut.
Why does everybody want to see him naked? I don't want to see him naked.
Naked Superman.
I
And it's
just-
Zack Snyder. We might
just
get it
feel
because
like-
we saw that blue dude naked.
Hell yeah.
yeah. I just don't like his chest. I have a thing with like
He's a blue dude.
excessive body hair. I'm sorry.
He's-
I like
Superman's not
Jason
excessive.
Momoa half naked. He's like clean. He's like clean and actually aerodynamic and whatever hydrodynamic and all that stuff. So
He's
I agree with that. I don't know
He
about
had
the others.
sweatpants too. What the fuck? What's up with all these heroes in sweatpants?
They're comfortable.
Release the nude cut. You swim faster if you're naked. I'm just saying.
And like that's the thing. He doesn't have to get naked to go in the water, but he gets naked as he gets closer to the water.
Half naked.
Like he throws
Because
a
of
shirt off.
course, look at him.
Where
I
did he
saw
get-
floating shorts.
Get the speedo. Goes full Namor.
Speedo.
And then
Namor.
like when they show that scene with him and
Bruce.
Willem Dafoe, he's fully clothed.
Volko, yeah.
I kind of forgot Willem Dafoe's in the movie.
If you're underwater all the time and your hair looks that bad when you're out of water, wouldn't you like always have short hair? Cut that shit short. Because it looks
Yeah,
like
he was walking around.
Well, maybe that's why he had it tied up. Because remember in Aquaman, he had it all up in like a man bun or whatever.
yeah, cut it. You have an option. Shorter
Yeah,
hair.
like you just because you live with fish doesn't mean you have to smell like a fish.
Reduce drag.
And that one chick singing when he goes into the water was thirsty as shit.
Smelling the
Oh yeah,
salt water.
She's over here singing, watching him leave. She's thirsty as shit. Somebody's been single way too long.
yeah. A lot of us were. I feel called out. That's rude.
You called yourself out. Just
Were you singing while watching the movie?
No, I can't understand
Doing
what they're
this?
saying.
she's like, I relate.
He's like, that's me. I'm the guy singing.
Like seriously, like somebody's been single way. That lady was single way too long.
All right, end it, Goku.
Look at her options.
Final flash.
No, you got to end it. You got to. No, we are ending it. What are your final thoughts besides naked verse?
Naked
That's
version.
God damn it! All right,
was
Sonic. What are
great.
your God damn it, Sonic. What are your final thoughts?
What are your
I almost said naked thoughts.
Ugh. Well, my thoughts are on if keep this in mind that it was originally supposed to be a mini series. So if they cut to black and they show like part 1, part 2, just keep in mind that.
Mhm.
And also, I probably wouldn't recommend seeing this in one setting unless you're willing to. Just watch it in parts. Like it's pretty much like a mini series.
Watch it all together. Don't be a coward.
Well, I did that, but then I was like, I almost got like bored of it, and I was like, almost didn't finish the movie.
You need to get up and move.
If you're gonna sit there and watch it all in one sitting, don't drink a lot of water or soda or whatever.
You
Don't
have the
eat.
ability to pause.
Or get yourself one of those chairs that have a toilet built into it.
Or
Hell
for, you guys can just have an empty bottle and do that too.
Doesn't work like that.
It will fit.
So it depends on the bottle, but yeah,
You're
sometimes
lying.
it just won't fit.
You're lying.
You know,
And also the amount, and also how much it will hold to the cup.
Yep.
It won't overflow the bottle.
If you get a piss like a camel,
I got that 3 liter from Dollar Tree. I don't know. Empty it, then
Look.
fill it.
I'm not gonna get into that subject, but not my words, other people's words. Anyways, thoughts? Anybody? No?
No,
You're already
Say
doing the
it
Vin
all.
Diesel, or he's
What
already
are your
doing the Vin
thoughts?
Diesel. I already gave you my thoughts. I thought the movie was okay. I'm glad they got rid of that bullshit. People living in Chernobyl bullshit.
Yeah.
And Superman
see the race.
showed up. Superman showed up serving heaping hot ass whoopings
without
Yes.
his mustache.
without
Yes.
a fucking mustache.
I like it with a pink.
I hate.
I kept
I
the
hate,
beard
fucking-
version.
I hate the Whedon cut now so much.
Yeah, watching this, it just makes me go, okay, the Whedon cut, pretend that doesn't exist anymore.
I'm gonna have
All
to
right.
go on YouTube and see like a side by side because I just
Oh, it's awful.
One's way
just don't-
shorter.
One's way shorter, but he looks very stiff. Like
like I said, I'll have to see it side by side because I think I'm even though I watched the Whedon one already and I'm rewatching the Snyder one, I just don't see it. So I need to watch them side by side.
you non-nerd.
You non-nerd.
That is mean.
Non-nerd.
How's that mean?
I'm
That's
less
just
nerd.
insulting. I'm trying. I'm doing my
See, nerd
best.
shit.
Don't gatekeep me.
Plenty of nerd right there.
Yeah.
I have a headache. Anyways,
You could end it
Join
at
us-
any time.
join me tomorrow as I do terrible fan fiction. Jesus
And
Christ! If I can't find a better fan fiction than My Immortal, I'll just read My Immortal because I'm not reading Dipper Goes to Taco Bell. I can't sit through that shit again.
Play
I gotta
Goofy.
sit. And we're gonna sell. Oh, by the way,
Stop.
speaking of which, we are going to sell I'm Goofic shirts at Comic Palooza.
Goofic.
We're also going to release the naked verse on a shirt.
Release the Nick. That's probably not gonna age well.
Nude
No,
Superman with like a
probably
black bar around the waist. That's how I'm it.
Anyways, so join me on Monday again for another trash talk panel. We'll see how that goes. Unfortunately, my co-host had to skip out on Monday, and he might have to miss again on Monday as well.
I don't know.
All right, guys, thank you for joining us. I'll see you tomorrow for another terrible fan fiction. Jason's doing the Sailor Moon pose, thinking about naked Henry Cavill. Just go watch Witcher. All right, guys, peace.
Bye.